back, you guys.
Heyo.
We've got a tier list for you. We're going to rank some of these characters, how we feel about them, what we like, what we dislike.
Mm-hmm. A tier list from Twilight that you can sink your teeth into.
Yeah.
There is a lot of untiered characters.
Yeah, there's a lot of characters that we don't have much to say. A lot of these people do have names, and we do recognize them. But there's really not much to say. We're not going to talk about a lot of Bella's friends or
it's even hard to rank like where's their power, where's their
and then I think that's Stephanie Meyer there too. This is a cameo. She's been in the movies, but we don't need to rank her.
Nah, because the movies ranked, you don't want to know. You don't want to know. I kid.
Alice right off the bat. Oh, because she's an A,
dude.
Because she's an A. That's why. No. But S tier for sure. No
A
question.
tier.
No, because it's alphabetical. That's why she's up first.
Yeah. She is in Spider Monkey tier.
Yeah.
That is the cringiest name for a tier. Yeah, she's in S tier.
I was coming up with S names.
I know. I
don't, if you had a better idea, I'm willing to change it right now.
No, like it's fine. It's just we all know that's the cringiest line in the whole series.
Hold on
Next
tight,
to
Spider
Loka.
Monkey. Where the hell you been, Loka?
Stop it. It's so good. Alice is amazing, obviously. It's pretty easy to tell Mark and I have a small crush on Alice.
Small.
Alice tier? Actually,
Alice tier?
Hold
honestly?
on.
Alice tier? Yes, actually.
Yeah,
you know what? I agree.
Yeah.
That's
it's the
Alice
haircut.
tier.
She's got that nice smile, you know, and also she's just like a kick-ass main character with some kick-ass powers. So,
like she's almost a main character. She's like the highest secondary character you can possibly have.
Which is funny because in my mind I'm like, oh, it should be Carlisle, and it's like it's not. And like especially later in the series, it straight up is just her.
Yeah.
She
gets everything going.
Her psychic powers grow too. Like we were talking about earlier in the last episode with like not a lot of stuff was explained about how it goes from this type of psychic to that type of psychic, but her utility just goes up and up.
She's so useful. She helps the Cullens so much. That's why the Volturi want her so badly. She's
also like the most open-minded to everything, which I can see how that's a problem, but
open-minded how?
Like she's accepting of Bella.
Sure. Yeah, that's right.
That's kind of like a big
plus
reason why like the family accepts her so much. Carlisle does, but he's not like an impactful dude.
Oh yeah.
But she's like excited to welcome her, you know? So is Esme.
I think Alice is closest to Edward. That's why he's like, I want my brother to be happy.
That
makes sense, right?
Yeah, I guess that makes sense too. Who else we got on here? Are we going to the next one?
Yeah, okay.
Arrow was amazing until the
very
fun. End. He is fun.
He's fun, and I was kind of behind him when it's like justifications and stuff.
Yeah,
and it's like he wasn't rude and he wasn't like unfair. I think for the purposes of I eat people, and I wanted to keep it secret. And, you know, I've got some power. I want to amass some power. Let me get some guys in. You know, let me run 100 deep with loyal friends. Would you rather have $1 million or 1 million loyal friends?
What time we living in? Because 1 million can kind of get you a lot. I'm kidding.
Today?
Today?
1 million loyal friends or $1 million?
I think it's obvious the friends.
Could you just ask the friends, but like, hey, can I borrow $1?
Exactly. Yeah. Right.
Or can I just can you spot me $1?
It would take literally.
Can you spot me $5?
I think it's like to count to 1 million. It would take like 6 months or something like that.
Yeah.
Or 3 months or something.
But they were all like,
and you'd have to never stop asking.
$5 for my friend, right?
How many of them would you owe? You know.
Well, that's the thing. If they're like decent, they're like cool friends. They're like, I can spot you $5.
Really, $5, guys.
You can't give me $5.
Can't give me $5. All right. I owe you. Okay. All right. $5. Okay. It's like a drink.
But like
I would say Diamond Skin tier.
Diamond Skin. He's a
solid villain.
He's
I would say antagonist, and then he just becomes a villain, which is kind of like.
Yeah.
We love a good antagonist. Who the heck is that? Oh God.
Bella gasp tier. Bella and Bella
God.
gasp tier.
I think I might put Bella in the "Where have you been" at Loca.
Where have you been, Loca tier?
I might actually put her in there. Maybe.
I think she's supposed to be a blank slate. You're supposed to, like, if you're reading this book, you're supposed to insert yourself into, like, Bella's shoes. You know what I mean?
You know, the word blank starts with B and the word slate starts with S, and she belongs in neither of those tiers.
Okay, so where you been, Loca?
Minus the weird acting in the first movie. Yeah. I can't justify a lot of the cause. I'm sorry. I would put her in "Where the hell you been, Loca?" tier.
That's fine.
Yeah. How do you feel?
She's literally a blank slate. Like, I don't relate to her. Like, I wish I could relate to her.
Yeah, I almost wore a purple shirt.
Purple? Today for her?
No, in the book, you know how like there's that scene in
she
in the Breaking Dawn, and then it's like it shows the text from the book, and then it shows the character.
Yeah, you read the purple shirt.
Yeah, it said purple shirt.
I saw red hair. I think she's supposed to have red hair.
Yeah, dark red.
No, like she's a redhead.
Oh, she's a redhead.
Wait, which is weird because they have another notable character with red hair, and I feel like you shouldn't do that.
Is she a redhead? I thought she was a brunette.
I thought I saw in the books the word redhead. When that scene came up, I saw the word red hair. But
yeah,
I'll have to look that over again.
What's it called? Jay, how do you feel about Bella?
I mean, she's all right, I guess. She's like Mark saying. The problem is I don't really have a strong feeling. So like.
Yeah.
What are we doing with
Freddie
Mercury?
Rami Malek, Mr. Robot.
I have to separate him from
Tano from the Legend of Korra series.
Yeah, he's in Loca tier for me. Like, he's there. He's really
there. He's
really
got a cool power.
His power's made for a really good daydream fight scene.
He was a little charming when they met him. He's got like a nice house, right?
Yeah, very nice guy. Controls water and
fire.
Does a little
earth.
thing for him.
He does was like a dust storm for Renesmee. That's cool.
A haboob. Did you know like random dust flurries? Some of them are called haboobs.
Haboobs?
Yeah.
Is that like? What language is that?
I don't know.
That
sounds Middle Eastern.
It does sound like
or
that.
Or like North African or something.
Interesting. Haboob.
Haboob.
That sounded like a slur. Like I imagine.
You haboob.
Billy Black.
This is a great album cover.
It really is a great album.
Honestly,
cover. Yeah,
like
when's his solo?
When do you listen to? You want to listen to some Billy Black?
I don't. Even his name.
He's cool. He's all right. He's funny. He's kind of funny. I like his interactions with Charlie. B tier, yeah, that's fine.
Bella gasps.
Bella gasps. Like the anime. Oh, like when she's like thing.
Yeah.
Oh, he says Loca tier.
Who?
Billy.
And I put Bella gasps tier.
That's just where he rests.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, on a good day A tier, but like I don't know if he's done anything.
Yeah, he's not
crazy.
that much. Caius.
Caius is actually forgettable. CGI baby.
CGI baby.
CGI baby.
He says untier him, not worth talking about.
Not even worth talking about, dude.
CGI
baby. D tier. D tier. What are we doing?
Oh, he's gonna add like a staging area to like, cause he's got to scroll past untiered to get there.
Oh Jesus. Staging.
Yep.
Change it to gray or something. Okay, so he's CGI baby.
CGI baby.
CGI baby.
CGI baby. Oh, dude, the man's.
Carlisle is great.
Carlisle is the dude, man.
He's at least Diamond skin tier.
He's at least Alice tier.
Oh, he's at least Alice tier.
I'd say
Okay, I'll
I'd
put him
say
in Alice tier. Yeah,
He cared for
He's great.
people. He's the perfect vampire role model.
we wouldn't have this story without
He's a
him.
moral man.
Yeah,
He's got good value.
yeah.
Yeah. He's actively like part of the reason Bella's alive and has a baby.
Yeah, he's the reason all the Cullens are here. He's the reason why.
And that her baby cravings didn't kill her before they even got to the scene where they could deliver. So
Yeah, I agree. Carla is great.
Carla, and they did stockpile blood that entire movie. I was hoping they did.
So is that just for? Well,
It was for
he has
absolute
emergency
necessity. Yeah, he was.
but he's also a
stockpiling.
doctor,
Oh,
right?
negative.
Just in case. Because if I were rich and I've got a stockpile, it's like, shoot, some hiker got messed up in the woods. Let me help you, sir. I've got blood in the in the house. Okay, I don't.
He's
Because
like,
if they're
he's
vegetarians-
like vampire Buddha. Like he's not phased by his urges. He's
Sure.
like,
But like, do you actually believe that he kept that just in case in a blue moon? There's like, we have nothing.
yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Would he?
Why would he have it
forsake his
otherwise?
moral? I know, but like, would he? He's a doctor. Would
No,
he
but
forsake
why would
his
he have it in
morals?
his personal residence?
Like Mark said.
Like I said, like I'm sure it's hard to get to a hospital like out where they live. I'm sure he works at a hospital, but I'm like
Like to help a stranger.
to help a stranger, sure.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I would keep a mini fridge of blood at
Hey,
least.
a true doctor would put a full medical, up-to-date medical equipped facility
Yeah.
in their own residence.
Yeah,
To
I
help,
would.
to help
Just the
the
one person.
chance that a passerby
Yeah.
or a neighbor.
If I was
has
that rich
trouble.
and I had those resources, absolutely.
Wow. Would you have like a Tim Hortons or a Starbucks in your house too? Just so
I
you
just
didn't have to
wouldn't-
worry about making coffee or
I would put it next door.
fully staffed.
I don't want it.
Put
In
it
my,
next
I don't
door.
want it in my house.
Dude, if I hear like that alarm go off for the coffee, I'd be like, "Shut up!" At 6 in the morning.
Uh-huh. Go for it. Go for it.
But what's it called?
Yeah,
dude,
Carlisle's great.
I mean,
He's a
you
great
said
father.
at least diamond tier.
I said at least diamond.
and after all of that,
no,
he
because
should be at
he's one
least
of the
S
best.
tier.
No, he's definitely one of the best characters. That's why. But I'm like, oh, I don't know. Maybe you're. I know you're not neutral, but I'm like, I feel like most people, like, if they're not super into Carlisle, like, I would disagree with anyone putting him in B tier. You know what I mean?
but if I said A tier, he'd only be an A tier right now.
No, I just maybe I'm the contrarian, and I'm like,
I think maybe we are. I think
because
maybe
I like Carlisle is definitely top 5
it's okay to be
characters.
decisive, Mark. It's okay.
I
We're
know.
here for
The
you.
reason why I'm not being decisive is because maybe I don't want to ruffle feathers
He's
just
a
yet.
considerate man.
Just yet.
Okay?
Yeah, just yet.
He's
But like, yeah,
You're
Carlisle's
wrong, and your opinion is dumb. Okay.
Carlisle's definitely one of my top 5 characters in the whole series. So, yeah,
I like that.
I'm fine with him in Alice tier.
Alice tier. Let's go. And maybe it should be called Alice and Carlisle tier. Everybody that gets
Everyone-
everyone
they
that
just
gets in that
I-
tier
I'm fine
it's
with
just
leaving
Alice
Alice
and
tier.
Carlisle and
I think that's a little much. Alice tier is enough because she's at the very
It's
top.
kinda funny,
She
though.
leads the pack.
Car and
Alice and Friends.
Yeah, only the good friends.
Okay.
Okay. All right, who else do we got?
It's on deck is
Charlie.
Dude,
CGI
Charlie's great. He's up there
baby,
with
dude.
Carlisle, right next to each
With
other.
Carlisle.
With Carlisle.
Yeah, he's a good father.
He's a good father.
He's awkward, but he
he's-
tries. And
yeah, and he's a little
eats the
funny.
pancakes regularly, and
He loves his daughter.
he loves his daughter. And Mark brought this up earlier. He even went a step further in his fatherhood to be like, "Hey, I got some of the ladies at work to come over and like figure out what a girl your age would want in her bedroom." What man
Yeah,
thinks of stuff like that?
that's awesome.
That is a keeper right there. Unless you live in Arizona. But yeah, that's a keeper.
Come on, Renee.
That's a good dad.
Come on, Renee.
Alice and Friends tier.
Drop the ball.
Yeah.
Drop the ball, but the new husband hits the balls.
That's true. That's very true. So he's in Alice and Friends tier, and then we have Edward. Where do you feel?
Yeah, we'll put Charlie right next to Carlisle and Allison Prince here.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's great. Edward.
Dude, when Edward gets territorial, I'm like, shut up, you big baby.
Yeah.
Kylo Ren
Otherwise,
looking
otherwise, he's fine.
Otherwise, he's great. Morals, he's very patient. He's caring.
Like, he had no reason. Like, at that point, he had no reason to be that territorial over a stranger. He couldn't even read her mind to know if, like, she even had a crush on him. Like, he had no idea, and he was so territorial with her. So.
Yeah, it's weird. And for being 104 years old,
yeah,
and letting a mere old 17-year-old challenge your entire livelihood, that's insane.
I mean, to his credit, he tried to get away from the delicious lady. Like, oh, let me. She smells too good. You couldn't tell by the acting. You would have thought she was the most disgusting thing, putrid garbage. But
it is also like, what if somebody walks, like, you know, if you're like a heroin addict and somebody has like, you know,
fresh heroin
like
baked out of the
jar
oven.
of or something, I don't know, like a jar of heroin right in front of you after you like the day after you said I quit.
Yeah.
Are you gonna look like are you gonna be like yeah? It's not. I don't think it's gonna look beautiful. I think it's gonna look really tough.
Okay, so you justify his
CGI
reaction
baby.
to delicious,
diamond skin tier,
delicious pie in the windowsill.
Yeah,
that's how he's gonna look.
No, he's not gonna look like that. No.
Okay.
Because it's drugs. It's not.
It's drugs.
Beautiful.
It's not pie.
No, it's not beautiful.
Okay.
Diamond skin.
Diamond skin.
Dude.
He does have diamond skin.
He should have looked like a psychopath when she walked in. Like, well, the whole staring at her thing.
Yeah.
That to me kind of fit what I was.
Should he have like been clutching the table, or?
Yeah, like if he was like because
he was
if he was like
stool.
grabbing the end of the table like this or something and like his knee, and then like you walk away and like there's a broken part of the table, that would have made sense.
Sure, but he was also like covering his nose to like not smell her.
Yeah, because
like there was a fan next to the classroom.
Yeah,
blew her scent
during a cold time of the
year. Yeah.
So I mean, for me, like, yeah, like I don't know, if you're truly feral when it comes to like that kind of stuff, if her scent makes you get activated, like thirsty. You will not look beautiful. You will look soulless.
All right.
You will look void. You will look like a wild animal. Yeah.
Emmett.
Crazy. Emmett is
Emmett's funny.
He's
funny.
The GOAT, dude. He's like,
he's
always
cool.
got your back, but he's gonna razz you a bit. Diamond skin tier?
Diamond skin. He makes the jokes. I think he makes he makes like half the jokes in the whole series, right?
He does. I'm gonna some of them are kind of like on a knife's edge. They're really like, ooh. He really did say that.
Yeah.
I
like that.
In the words of our good friend Jay. If you took Emmett out of the movie, would it have changed anything?
I think the series would be less funny. He makes half the jokes. Like, literally, like I would feel like if you had to count out all the jokes in the movie.
I don't know, all the cringy
I feel like he says half of them.
Really made me laugh.
Was that intended to be a joke though?
I mean, somebody released that film. You know?
No, I know, but okay.
I'm kidding.
But the intention to be a joke.
No,
like,
of course not.
If I'm a writer, I'm gonna make this character say a funny thing.
Yeah.
Half the stuff is gonna be Emmett.
Yeah, of course. So he has value. That's for sure. Aw, snap.
Rock.
You can learn more by yourself.
I'm gonna put the real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and
We lost him.
I'm gonna get rid of that just because Google will be like, I'm gonna take all your memory.
That's all right.
I'm gonna take all your memory.
No.
If only Arrow could like steal memory, that'd been crazy.
That would be crazy. Like he could read it and steal it.
Does do though?
What's the most?
Makes us laugh.
You're saying you don't want? I want Emmett in this movie. You don't want Emmett.
All
in this
you
movie?
Hagrid lovers out
I'm
there.
not saying that.
What does it? What changes?
I'm just saying, like, what
The movie is less funny.
There's literally not a better argument. Like, he doesn't do anything.
He's the muscle. Like, they need to throw a problem. Oh man, there's a vampire out there. Emmett, can you take care of it?
Excuse me.
You know what I mean?
My thing is like, in the movies specifically, I don't know about the books. All of the characters with the strengths and the blah blah, they're not consistently brought up so that you see a noticeable difference. Emmett is the strong one. Who saved Bella when the car was gonna hit her? Edward.
I mean,
Who
okay.
who
But
fights
that's
most of the wolves
typical.
all the time? Not Emmett.
Yeah.
So it's like you never really get to see him show off his strength and why it is significant and why it matters. Just like you never get to see Edward running next to a vampire, another vampire, to show his speed. And if you watch the movie too, there's a couple of times where the wolves are faster than the average vampire. Even when Victoria's at full strength, running for her life, they're still managing to keep up with her. And she's at full strength, and she's also supposed to have some slightly elevated from average. So you don't get to see how fast Edward runs compared to the wolves. You don't see him against other vampires. You don't see Emmett's feat of strength until pretty much he's arm wrestling Bella in the last movie. And that's it. You still don't see anything after that. There's no significant fight scene. There's no blah, blah, blah. He does tackle those two wolves at once. I remember that. But if something's running forward and all of its momentum's forward and you hit it from the side, it's easier.
Sure.
So it's like you don't get to. You just don't see it in the movies.
Okay.
So for me,
More Emmett in the
he's
movie.
like, you know, I hate to say it, man.
You need
It's
to.
like if you
need
took
to have
Hagrid
more.
out of Harry Potter, right? There would be no Harry Potter. There would be none.
So you say that, but
He's
Jay
not a
said-
Hagrid. Hagrid's useful.
Hagrid's useful. Okay.
Hagrid's useful.
But
Emmett.
Jay saying you take Emmett out, the story still happens the same.
Look, if you don't have Emmett, you don't have Rosalie, and we all know Rosalie's great. So
Okay.
because of Rosalie, he can stay.
Because of
He's
Rosalie.
useful. He's
So
great.
where does he go?
What's weird is you don't even get to see them get romantic. You see
No.
Jasper and
No,
Alice
they got
be
they
romantic.
they got the bulk of it out of their system over that decade.
Dude, that was insane. They're like, for a whole decade, they couldn't be within 5 miles of us
Yeah.
because the thunder was clapping. Holy crap, dude.
So there's a line where Edward says like for like a whole decade we couldn't be within 5 miles of them because they were
They were getting it on that much.
often. It was
Yo.
that unbearable.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
That's 10 years.
impressive,
10 years.
dude.
I mean, and Bella even says, "Oh, we don't get tired.
Yes.
What's stopping us?"
Yes.
Wow.
Alright,
I don't know, man. It's kind of scary.
so where is he going?
Emmett,
Emmett goes in.
Diamond Skin. He's fun.
I
A tier?
think
Why not?
logistically, he has to be in Bella Gass's
No.
tier.
He.
I know.
I'm gonna say A tier.
Jay, we're gonna phone a friend on this one.
I mean, I think this.
He doesn't
so
like
far is
Emmett.
Going for liking the character, not so.
No,
much
yeah,
for
that it's
the
always a mixture of story importance and like personal bias. It's always been that way.
How can you make it linear? You know, like it's got to be like a web of things. Like I could see Alice being in Diamond Skin tier, but
You could see Al. No.
I could.
What?
Okay.
What?
I could.
Esme?
Jay's not going to help us decide
Esme.
where Emmett goes. Oh no, he's got the disgust face.
Esme? I don't know. She could go in
Um,
Bella Gas or no. CJ.
This is weird, man. She like also
What does she do?
She takes Bella in and
She
is
takes
very
Bella in.
accepting. Cooks her useless dinner.
Was it her idea or Alice's idea to cook dinner? I mean, just
Well, whoever.
hospitality.
She helped. Yeah. Rosalie was too busy crushing bowls. I don't know. Like utility wise, not much. Lovingness and caring.
She's
and
a nice person. She doesn't do anything
Bella Gas.
too crazy. Bella Gas.
Where the hell you been, Loca?
See,
I don't think there's a lot. So
I
maybe
actually
Loca.
I personally like Bella and Rami Malek more than her, like Edward's mom. You know?
Damn.
they're more. I want to see her. I don't care about this mom.
Bottom, yeah, okay. How about bottom of Loka tier?
Okay, fine.
Esme goes after Freddie Mercury. All right. This dude, he's also kind of.
I've been calling him Scruffy.
It's also kind of forgettable. That's Shaggy.
Shaggy. He's funny.
Shaggy.
He's
He is
funny.
funny.
He's
Is he impactful?
Is he impactful?
Is he important? Not really.
No. He's a little charming. He was kind of funny.
I guess by that logic, I guess he's also got to be in Where the Hell You Been, Loka tier.
Yeah. I feel like people we dislike are gonna be in CGI Baby.
I don't dislike him. He's just not useful.
Yeah. I think less than Esme then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely.
CGI Baby is specifically reserved for the
I don't like this person. Yeah. Okay, that's fine.
And they didn't really contribute.
Right. Fair.
Just like, what's that guy's name?
CKB?
No, Loka tier. She was interesting, helpful.
This is
but,
Electric Vampire.
Yeah, I think the electric thing was also really weird.
It's like it's in the same tier as like, why do you have an elemental power?
It 100% is, which is honestly something
because I thought they were all supposed to be mental psychic powers, like to have like I guess it's like similar to how like a lot of psychics in media have fire. What do they call it? Pyromancy.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, pyrogenesis. Pyrokinesis. I guess it's in that vein. That's why Rami Malek can do it. That's why this girl can do that.
But she's also just kind of like...
She's just there.
She's just there. Yeah, she's a Loka tier.
Loka tier. We're going to put a lot of people in Loka tier.
Yeah, I have a feeling. Who's next?
James.
I always forget his name. James. Dude.
He's whatever.
He's so whatever.
I didn't feel him as a threat, really. He's just like, all right, okay, so he's after Bella.
Yeah, that's just because he's new.
Is that what it was? No, he just because.
No, wait, no, he wasn't a new.
He wasn't new.
No. That's Riley. What am I saying?
What set him off again?
Well, he's always been a wild card.
Yeah. He just wanted to eat Bella.
Yeah, and he's always been a wild card.
Yeah.
Laurent's like, oh, I'm trying to get him under control, but he doesn't really.
But he's also like pretty strong. Like Laurent is like, I don't know.
Apparently, really strong. You know what, too? Thinking about it, if Edward can read pretty much everyone's mind, he should be able to beat everyone in a fight while also being the fastest. Because he knows what you're going to do.
Fair. Yeah, he should have...
I don't think reading someone's mind is the equivalent of what Alice can do.
No.
Because if I read your mind, I'm going to punch him in the face. And that's if you're actively thinking. Because I don't know, like, when I'm in a fight, like when I'm sparring or anything, it's not so much... when I'm actively in the middle of swinging at someone, I'm
thinking about it
in that way.
Okay.
Well, I mean, like, you're also triggering, like, you're looking for a spot, you're hitting that spot. Maybe he can tap into that.
If you're, like, so I would assume that reading someone's mind, you're sitting there and you have to process it. So if I'm literally going, like, I'm reacting to you, so you throw something out, and then I go... jab, and let's say you can read my reaction, my muscle memory reaction, which I don't actively think about. The problem is you still need to process that. So like you threw a punch or something, and then you're reading my mind at the same time, and you're going like, oh, this guy's gonna throw a punch, but by the time you go, this guy's gonna throw a punch, the punch is thrown. But Alice can straight up see what you're going to do based off of what she's going to do. So that's why the few times she does fights with some of the
she just
other colons,
weaves.
She weaves because it's more of I know what you're doing before it happens, and reading someone's mind and trying to react with your own reaction to them reacting.
I think it would be similar. It should be similar.
Well, hers should be better in fighting, but
I do think Edward should be similar. It is, yeah.
Which is what the Jedi thing is. Jedi don't read your mind.
Not all the time to do that. Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Like reading. So let's say you called out what you're doing at all times.
Sure.
That's the equivalent of reading someone's mind, right? So we're in the middle of a fight, and every single time you're doing
I don't know. I'm
something,
punching. You know.
yeah, you're like I'm punching,
left hook.
like punching,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And then, like you really be like jab, hook, jab, cross, whatever. But it's happening at the same time because that's what reactions and stuff are.
See, but I think there's
so
more.
are you gonna process me saying punch before my punch hits you, which is happening?
If I'm fast,
But
I'll
there's more
process it
information
a little bit
relayed.
faster than most vampires.
I don't think. I don't like even like compare humans. It's like, well, there are humans that are faster, but it's like, is it gonna help as I go jab and I jab at the same time?
If I have got vampire speed and my talent is also super speed, I'll do a little bit better than the other guy.
Yeah. So, but again, my thing is, if you have a fast regular person, they're fat and they're confirmed. Like, yeah, they're faster.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. Like now that we're getting weird, it's like I can throw a jab 1.2 times faster than you, and I can run a 1.5 minute mile faster.
If an untrained amateur fighter called out all his stuff and went up against Mike Tyson
the
Prime,
problem is Edward's not that.
He's not Mike Tyson Prime.
Mike Tyson fighter. He's not a trained fighter.
Well, compared to a human.
compared to like a year-old vampire.
Well,
Then why did
a
so
vampire
Edward
is
went
stronger and probably faster when they're new.
Yeah, that's why I said a year. So to get away from the newborn.
I thought you were trying
Well,
to...
Edward. So the thing is, wait, this I'm not even specifically talking just about James. It's just kind of like fighting any vampire.
Yeah,
in general,
any vampire.
Like, pure. It's just like he had to train to fight the newborns. Like he thought it was useful, and they all did. To get trained by
Jasper
to fight them because
Yeah.
Jasper was the most experienced fighter out of all of them. And if Jasper's the most experienced, and I know it's not a serious fight, like Edward had to train, and then the level of like Alice is using her precog to like dodge all of his stuff is like, oh well, I know again it's not serious, but she's just straight up like she literally gets it in advance. Edward gets it at the same time.
Yeah.
So getting something at the same time, it's not a Mark. I'm throwing this water bottle at you, and then I throw it. It's a throwing. Like it's already in the air.
No, I agree. I'm not saying it's gonna be just as good as Alice's, but it's gonna do better.
Actually, more of a distraction.
Maybe. But at least it's a little bit better. It's a little bit better than someone who doesn't have mind reading.
I don't think. My thing is, I don't think it affects it. Do you think that if you fought someone and the entire time as they're doing the thing, as they're doing it, not a before, literally at the same time, they're calling out?
I think it would help me,
could.
honestly.
It could.
I'm more Sonic than
For me, yeah.
Guys, please.
Well, yeah.
Coaches, what do coaches do?
Everybody operates different, though.
That's not operate differently.
Tell me. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm kind of confused.
Now I want to just be like, all right, let's go spar and let's see how.
Well, you're trained. You're trained. I'm not trained.
Let's you two spar and call out what you're doing, and then just let's do a comparison of whether or not you get punched the same amount. I don't even know how to explain it because people can't call out what they're doing when they like you can't. There's no reacting because it's like you have to use your reaction time to react to what they're doing.
Yeah, but if I'm a vampire, I have super reaction.
They have, but you're fighting another vampire.
But they're equaled out.
They're equaled out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so for me,
be like, well, what's your
If I'm slightly faster, if that's my talent, then I'm gonna do a little bit better.
Anthony? So when Anthony says it,
that's gonna help me a little bit.
well,
That's gonna help me a little bit.
probably.
if you're slightly faster and he calls,
You're
it
saying there's no factor. I'm saying there is a factor.
just fighting someone who actively is saying what they're doing as they're doing it. Like, imagine coaches. Do you think a helpful coach would be like, they'd be like, jab, cross, duck, roll, right now. Like, they're just saying it as it's happening to you. That wouldn't help you. No one does that in a fight. The coaches go like, look out for the jab, like before, right? So you can look for it. There's no duck. Like, you can't, like, no one's saying duck right now and being like, oh, the person's throwing like a 1-1-2 and you're like, block, slip, hook. And you're telling them what to do verbatim like you have a controller. Like you can't, like they're not gonna hear you and be able to react immediately.
Mm-hmm.
It's
like I see what you're saying, but like I think
I agree
it
with
still
it.
helps.
I just think
it still
you
helps.
Get more information.
Yeah,
it might be bad. getting more information in the middle of a heated fight would be bad.
So you would ignore it.
But
that's like being in an arena and you're in a boxing match, but there's a crowd cheering. You're not gonna listen to the guy in like row J7 going cross.
Can Edward even turn it off?
Yeah, he can.
But that's what I'm saying too. Like,
oh, he can.
Oh, well.
I mean, I can see it as like the pain girl, where if he focuses on you, he turns it on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Plus, if someone's talking, that would probably supersede the mental voice.
Thoughts, he's like, "Could you at least not?" And I'm like, if he could not read his mind, then
he would have just done that.
Just not read his mind unless he's just being weird and wants to read.
I think it's. I think it's like hearing. Like he's hearing people's thoughts.
Yeah.
So if he just doesn't focus on it, then
yeah, it's just like any place is just murmuring like a Starbucks or something.
Yeah. So he could ignore.
Yeah.
Okay.
You could also solo someone out and be like, "Oh, that guy's saying that for sure."
Or so it'd be like that. Like if we're at a party, I'm walking around. Imagine everyone's having like those conversations as inner thoughts. But then if I like, I just look over there and I can like listen in. It's like it's not like. No, what I'm trying to say is, he can just focus or he can ignore. Like,
yeah. And if he hears it 24/7 for 100 years,
yeah, he can.
He's probably
he can tune it out.
Yeah,
he can tune it out. Maybe he can't turn it off completely, but he can tune it out.
Sure. I don't know.
I will say Edward's thing will be helpful in a fight if there's like a break. Like literally, if he was a UFC fighter, and they like are like away and they're all like doing the thing where they're like
getting a plan
each other out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He can read the other person's mind and just be like, they're like, I'm looking for his jab. He's known for his jab. I'm looking for his kick. I gotta time the kick. And then every single time they have an exchange, and he reads their mind, and he'd be like, all right, I'm waiting for an opening. Like he's gonna do this. I'm gonna lure him in. And he's like, okay, I'm not gonna do that. Or like he'll be like, next time he does this, I'm gonna try to throw out a kick. It's like you can read that.
Yeah.
But in the instance that they display a lot of these fights, it's just kind of like they're going after each other, and then sometimes they'll monologue to each other.
And that's fair. So what I'm saying is, like, okay, maybe it's negligible if we're just punching each other. If I don't know, like he's like maybe more than an arm's length away from me, I don't know if he's gonna charge at me or if he's gonna like I'll be able to react accordingly if I'm fast and I'm a vampire. I'm a little bit faster than him.
You can read their mind if there's a break in the fight.
Yeah.
But it's one of those, like, in that scenario, you are...
Like, if he's going to do something sneaky...
An organized professional fight is different than what these vampires are doing, because it's, like, life or death. Yeah. And they're just fighting. There's no like, organization. There's no points.
And here's the thing, too. Like, how human thought, like, is in your mind, it's not sentences. It's kind of just an idea. That person has an idea. That idea is also in my mind. So if he has an idea to, throw some dirt at me, I'm going to know that he's going to have an idea to throw some dirt at me.
Anytime there's a break in the fight, it can be an advantage. But if you're in the middle of combat, if you're in the middle of fighting, like that's pure, you're going to have to react to what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Them saying it at the exact same time, which is what they're doing, if he's reading the mind of what they're going to do, then it doesn't help in that instance. So like that's the only thing I'm saying. It's you're not going to have precog. What Alice does, can't do that.
I agree.
I agree.
Yeah, we've already established that whatever Alice has is going to be way better than anything that Edward has. Yeah. But I'm saying
it is just different.
Edward can get a plan. Edward can get an idea of what your approach is.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's it. Which can be helpful.
I think that's all we were.
I think that's what I already said it earlier. Jay says it's not a factor. I say it is a factor.
And I think it helps, like, because fights aren't like you're not just wailing and you're just waiting for someone to pass out. Mm-hmm. It's a couple of punches.
That's a
couple of punches.
More organized fight, yes.
Sure, I mean, but even then, like, okay, these guys don't get tired, but if there was the stamina issue,
be attacking each other the entire time with no break because there's not a stamina thing. UFC fights and boxing fights, there's breaks because people need to reorient themselves and they get tired. It would be different. Again, it's displayed a certain way.
It wouldn't even be interesting if you just let people wail for 45 minutes. They'd be so dead. They'd be dead by like the 5th minute,
so
10th minute.
Yeah.
It'd be insane.
Again, it's like, is it a factor in the actual fight, like them fighting? Kind of, but earlier on it sounded like it was more comparable to Alice's. And
No, we didn't say that. We said that from the beginning. We said that from the beginning. It wasn't anything like Alice.
Alice should have a leg up. She literally sees the future.
I didn't say we didn't say that. He said he did compare it to Alice, but he was not saying it would be on Alice's level.
It's not on a level. I don't even think it's comparable.
Well, I get in the sense that even if she's regular speed and regular strength, and she just sees the future, yeah, I guess it's not comparable. Yeah. But if she sees the future, well, she's already in a class of her own. But yeah, like Edward,
and she still gets caught off guard. She still almost dies.
She could.
So I guess it's selective what she sees. This is where I don't like there's just not a congruent
turn it on, turn it off
of her power. Yeah.
But it also seems like she can have like actively going, right? When she's in the fight.
Yeah. All this to say that James's placement in this entire movie was just Loca too. Yeah. Or worse. Actually, it might be CGI.
Does he suck that much?
I compared to what the buildup was.
Yeah.
And
honestly, it was kind of weird. He was like, "I'm gonna eat that girl. You can't stop me. I'm gonna eat her."
And nothing. So yeah.
I'll see. Yeah, put him in CGI, baby. Yeah, that's fine. Jacob Black.
Dude, Jacob is the most toxic dude. Like Edward's got some toxic traits.
Well, you say like, Jacob's
I would die
worse.
If I can't
Jacob
have you.
Is worse than
Jacob is. He won't take no for an answer, ever, and that's weird. Like he fell in love with Bella, knowing that she didn't love him back, and he was like, "Nah, that's okay.
No, you'll change.
You'll come around."
No, it's in there. You believe it, right? I never for a second believed Bella loved him. Loved her like that. Loved him like that.
Well, like, not even to bag on the acting or whatever, but like when she's like, "I love you" or whatever, like I don't. If that was meant to be a true "I love you," it didn't feel like.
Well, she was trying to say it to like get him to stay, right? Why did she say that again?
I don't know.
Yeah, whatever that was, it was like purely manipulative. Like Jacob's like a victim in a lot of.
He's also a victim of himself. Yeah.
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 So, because I feel like Bella said a lot of things just to manipulate Jake.
Yeah, he's a weird emotional like bucket of. Let's just dump all of our problems
I think
on him.
Jacob and Edward are similar. It's just Edward has the grace of Bella's love, and Jacob does not.
But yeah, Edward also has more understanding of things in general.
Sure.
And a long-term
if Edward
scope.
acted the same way, except Bella loved Jacob, it would be like Jacob, as bad as what we think of Jacob, right?
I don't think it would change just because Jacob is like, he's always like,
more forceful.
Well, if I get mad, what's going to happen to you? And it's just like, then control your fucking feelings.
I think I see
like
what Mark's saying.
It's such a weird cop out.
I will say you should just rank them based off of what you see, but I think you are right, Mark. I think if you flipped it, when Edward did the thing where he like broke her car so she couldn't leave and stuff like that, that was when.
Oh yeah.
He knew that she liked him and was actively doing those things. I think the thing with Edward that pissed him off too is like he couldn't read her mind. So like imagine if he couldn't read her mind and he thought, and she was irresistible already. Honestly, it might have been worse.
Yeah.
It might have been worse because of the additional blood factor. And it's like, well, now you're not going to develop that love, so that your irresistible blood thing might turn more into an anger and frustration of like you also can't read the mind.
Oh yeah, that's another thing too. He doesn't know, like he'll always be in doubt if whether or not she actually loved like him or Jacob, right? Like he doesn't know because he can't read her mind. Yeah. So
I agree with what you're saying, but I'm like maybe we should write a fan fiction.
Reverse.
I said that outside. I was like,
reverse it.
Shall I write fanfic?
Yeah.
Dude, it would be so good, and it would be so bad.
What would you write?
I don't know how to write a story.
Would you reverse?
No, dude, I would start all the way back to the first werewolf and then I would start all the way back to like where did the spirit transformation power come from?
We're just gonna take Alice tier characters, drop them in for the supporting characters, and just get rid of everyone else.
It would build up to that. It would take a long time. We'll get back to them, but I'm gonna be honest.
You don't like Jacob? Where does
he
go?
The whole Twilight notion of their universe is a little less important.
Sure. Okay. Then why not just make our own book?
That's what I'm saying. All right.
with vampires and werewolves.
The way Twilight should have been.
I would just
where does Jacob go? He was helpful at the end. He was a really cool, helpful character at the end.
Yeah. At the end. That last movie.
In the first movie, he was kind of forgettable.
Those middle movies kill his character.
Yeah, but Breaking Dawn, both 1 and 2, like, he just had a turnaround of character, right?
A little bit. He still has that whole, like, if I get angry, he's like, but, like, it's not so much a problem because he imprints and he calms down.
Mm-hmm.
So it seems like they're just seething to imprint, and once they imprint, they're chill. You know?
Yeah.
It seems like all, like, the older werewolf that is the leader chilled out.
Yeah.
Probably because he's imprinted.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just seems like you're just unreasonable. It's not his fault, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Do you like Jacob's character?
Do I like his character? What
is
it's
he
supposed
A tier?
to be?
Should he be A tier? I was gonna put him at the bottom of A.
You're gonna put him in A tier? Well, when you say like his character, like all things considered, in his weirdness, that makes him a good character.
No. Oh, okay. Wait. He's an understandable character. I think I understand a lot of his feelings.
I understand him. I just think the way he was written, I don't know why it needed to be so cringe. Like if they were both great guys.
Yeah. Okay.
And she just had a preference for one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why he had to be so like
aggressive.
Yeah.
Sure.
And I guess that
I think that's fair.
The
I think
instinct.
early Jacob
like, it seems
was very typical of a teenage boy.
Yes.
I think so. That's why I understand why he's acting that way. I'm like,
it's weird. There's certain points though that it's just kind of like.
I would say the inexperience definitely plays a role.
Her and like.
Oh, that's not okay.
He won't let no be a thing.
That's not okay.
Yeah,
I guess I was thinking. I'm still thinking about like Jacob long hair crush on Bella.
Yeah,
I'm still thinking about that.
The middle movies
if his character was supposed to be a like an immoral human, great character, or like a toxic human, amazing.
If that was his,
I don't think he's supposed to be toxic.
No,
I think even if the book is written where he's like that, I don't think that's his role. Does that make sense? It seems like he's supposed to be
he's
like
not. He's supposed to be like a runner-up.
Yeah, a really good candidate.
Yeah,
and
but
he's got some
really.
animal instincts, but like that shouldn't make him creepy.
No.
Or pushy.
No.
And then she actively, openly communicates with him later, like, I don't like you like that. And then he's like, deep down you do. And I'm like, what?
Yeah, that's bad.
So for me, like, honestly, like, at the highest Loca tier.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I
really am Team Edward, I guess.
You are Team Edward.
I know. Look what I did.
Do you like him more than Bella?
Jacob. Toss up.
Let's put him behind Bella.
Bella also has his problem.
Her problem, the problem of like being manipulative and toxic.
And like
she does.
She literally doesn't take no for an answer, and she's pushy.
See, so that's like what I was saying earlier. It's because they love each other that they could get away with a lot of stuff, but because Jacob is, it's not okay. It's not okay, but they do.
They sweep it.
But then because Jacob has unrequited love, then a lot of that stuff is like, all right, well, it was never justified, you know?
Yeah, he's. I agree.
Jane?
Is that Jane?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
That is a weird picture of Jane.
It's tiny head in the hood.
Oh, that's why it's a hood. I was like, that looks like her hair.
Yeah, no.
She's
whatever. She's
very
nothing.
one note.
A little
kind of forgettable.
There's nothing. No character.
Yeah. Where the hell you been, Loca?
She's a weapon.
Yeah, she's just a dirty worker, executioner. But
she likes inflicting pain on people. She threw that baby.
There's not much.
Yeah.
I would say CGI or not CGI.
CGI baby.
Where the hell you been?
Oh, really?
I'd put her. Yeah.
I'd put her at the top of CGI baby.
Well, I guess if she has no reason, I guess that would make her a bad character. Yeah, not interesting.
She's just
useful, not interesting.
Useful, not interesting.
C tier.
Loca tier? No, wait.
D is like you literally don't have to be in the movie, or your character's presence was totally ruined.
How about Loca tier in between Rami Malek and Esme, right there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Laurent.
I like Laurent a lot.
Laurent is cool.
He seems reasonable.
I really liked him in his first appearance, but then that second time it's like, wow, the Cullens are gone. Why did you?
I think
just irresistible blood, right? Was that it? It's like without the Cullens.
I think he's pretty much like not the type of person they want to be, but it's more in their nature. Like him and Carlisle, they're not really out to mess with the flow of things. They're not really out to like push the boundaries. They're not,
But why does he go out of his way?
Carlisle's a saint. Like he's trying to help people.
She was that irresistible that like, all right, without the Cullens, I'm gonna eat you.
Laurent doesn't seem like he wants to mess with anybody's business.
Sure.
And he's trying to get James to understand that.
Sure.
And Laurent's even nice enough to go and chat about it.
I agree. That's why I really liked him in his first appearance.
Yeah, but I think he's the counterpart of Carlisle in the sense of he's deciding to stay in the wild and eat humans, and he's morally okay with that.
Right.
And because that's his nature,
fine.
That's how he lives.
What ruined his character for me is the second time when in the New Moon where the Cullens are gone, and he's like, no Cullens.
Yeah, he's like, Victoria's going to be really mad at me, but he's like, you're just so delicious.
So, okay. Do you think that was truly a mercy? Like, hey, you're really delicious. Let me eat you. No pain.
Half and half.
Like, was that like
he's probably reasoning with her because he wants that. Like, that's his... He's biased.
He's biased. But so then he just wants to eat her.
Right.
But then, like, do you believe? Like, hey, I won't torture you. She's going to torture you. I'll just
I believe
kill you quick.
I would.
Let me eat you.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I 100% believe it.
I thought he had some like, all right, she's a friend of the Cullens.
He would be an even better villain if he recruited Victoria and James and did all that work to give off the illusion that he was the nice guy, but he was like planning something huge to overtake the Cullens and the werewolves of that territory. That would make him freaking awesome
if he was like a snake.
Like that. Yeah. If he was like, oh, he's like, I'm just trying to warn you about Victoria. She's a real problem, and she is actually a problem. He doesn't care about her though. And then James dies. Victoria like lays waste to the area, kind of doing some of the grunt work.
Yeah.
And then he's like, all right, Bella, I'm sorry. Like she's gonna come after you, and he ruins the relationship with Victoria that he's made. So she's like left to her own devices. Everybody hates her anyway, so she's a target for everyone, right? He doesn't worry about her because he could probably take her out, right? And then if he was pulling some major strings, like if he was the head of the Volturi or something, and they were going to do like a massive invasion and take over and whatever, that would be interesting.
Okay.
Then he would be cool. And I know that's a lot, but I'm just saying,
if he were that Machiavellian, how would he go about it in his position from the first movie on? Like, he still warns Bella in New Moon.
Well, that's the thing is like for like a movie or two, you think everything's going fine, and then at the end of like Eclipse or something, Arrow walks into these like catacombic chambers or something, and then Laurent is there, and there's like hanging bodies around him, right? And he's just like feeding or chilling or whatever, and then like Arrow's like, sire,
Yeah. That's fun.
there's been a development.
That's fun.
And Laurent is like,
So how does he play the nice guy?
them.
And what does he do as the cool uncle? What does he do to get his goals?
what does he do to get his goals?
Yeah.
Like in the movie currently?
Yeah.
Or in that?
In this scenario.
What is
if
he,
he's
what do you mean? What does he do to get his
if he
goal?
was like a Machiavellian character, he's
I don't know
trying
what that means.
that's like he's
I know Machiavelli the name, but
right.
I don't,
He's trying to he's like cunning. He's like, but he's also like, it's like a sinister underlying thing, but you're not like outwardly evil about it.
a
You're
snake,
like,
yeah.
a snake. Like, I'm gonna manipulate you, but I'm gonna pat your shoulder and you know, don't worry about it.
The toxic politician type
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, but he'll never show himself to be evil.
Right.
But like, he's doing some
So
scummy stuff.
So you're saying
under
what's his goal?
Yeah,
Power.
power.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or maybe just
So
to,
okay,
maybe
what does he
just
do
to
as his nice
eliminate
guy?
werewolves.
Well, okay, what does he do as his nice guy persona to put that in motion?
What does he do? That's what I'm saying. So he earns the trust of the Cullens by talking to them reasonably.
Okay.
Never.
So he gets it.
Never
He
infringing.
becomes uncle to the Cullens. What now?
He just goes and does his thing. Like, he came in as a traveler, he
Mm-hmm.
leaves as a traveler. He just made a good tie. And so they trust him. They would never suspect him behind anything.
Okay.
And then he says, Volturi, go kill those werewolves and then take out the Cullens because they're also not helping us.
Yeah.
And then
Okay.
they do.
All right.
And then the Volturi go, they take them out, they do their thing, whatever. And the only underlying cause would be like Alice sees that coming.
Yeah.
Unless his cunningness is tied in with his inability to be detected, even
Ooh.
in future projections.
Interesting.
That would be
Because he's
cool.
got like, maybe what if he had like a Bella kind of power,
Yeah.
where he could hide.
He doesn't block, but he hides. Like, he's in there. He's in the future projection, but he's like blended into something. Like,
Interesting.
maybe he's like a tree in a forest line or something.
He could hide in memory. He
Yeah.
could
Yeah.
make people not think about him.
Yeah.
Forget. I don't know. Maybe something like that. Okay.
That'd
That'd be compelling character.
So that's what I'm saying. Is like,
He would be a Alice and Friends tier character if that were the case.
he also is just trying to eat Bella. So,
He's just trying to eat Bella.
so
I think that really ruined his character.
If he-
He's S tier.
Yeah, I was gonna say, in this hypothetical world, he's like double S tier.
Yeah.
He's
And
like
then- and then
Alice
we just-
squared, too.
I was just really
replace
interested-
him with
Yeah.
the entire show that's a vampire,
Yeah.
or movie that's a vampire, and then we say the same thing.
If we made all the other characters bad,
Yeah.
right, he automatically becomes the best, right?
I was just I
What if
wanted
we
to
just took Bella rewrote her.
exactly.
What if we just rewrote this entire movie and it wasn't about vampires at all?
Yeah. No, that's I wanted to see the end of that because I was interested to know where
I was
what-
interested to know. I was like, I'm just riffing. I was like, this makes a lot of sense, though.
Yeah. Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
maybe we should write
we should. It's
whatever
fun.
I fanfic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just start. Ooh, no idea. We're just all right. Rewrite this character. All right. Come up with it. We'll just. All right.
Comment down
Come up with
below for all,
new story.
some of you watching this, do we just start rewriting shows? And
Yeah.
Yeah,
Here's
we
what
won't,
I
even,
would
we won't
do.
even we won't even
Here's-
talk about him anymore. We'll be like, everything wrong
Here's-
with no. You know, there's like the everything wrong with guy.
Yeah.
It'll be like all the corrections for.
Yeah. I mean,
we correct this
well,
movie.
whatever we
Dude,
correct.
that actually would probably be
come back-
extremely
yeah,
successful.
Like, let's rewrite something.
Yeah, let's correct. Honestly, we'd have to like make a business pact with everything wrong with, because that guy finds random shit, dude.
Yeah.
And I don't know if he's going through Reddit to be like, what's wrong with this movie?
no.
He definitely does it on his own. I mean, they even have admitted that like a majority of them are just unnecessary, like
Oh yeah.
Jokes.
They just throw
like,
in
they
there.
don't actually think that about the movie.
No, I know, but I mean like
90% of everything.
no, I'm not talking about the jokes. I'm talking about he actually catches things in the movie
Yeah, no,
Sure.
I mean, if
that
you
like
watch it,
nobody pays attention to.
we do it in Avatar. Like literally when we talked about Avatar, we've done it. So like,
I
not
guess.
to say he has a brand on it and he makes it entertaining. Which
Yeah.
is part of
Yeah.
why
That's what I'm saying is-
why Cinema Sins is successful.
If I was sitting there going like all the corrections for the Twilight Saga or something, it'd be like I'd be watching the shit out of his content. and then I would transition into like
He has done
it would
that.
just be us spitballing ideas until like we break continuity or something, and then like we broke continuity, and it's like, all right, we got to change that. But I'd still be kind of down. That'd be fun.
So
Rewrite, I
in the
guess.
future, guys, we might do that. Where are we putting this character?
We aren't gonna put this character. We're gonna start the fanfic now.
All right.
Laurent.
B tier.
Wow.
B tier?
Wow.
Really?
I mean,
I'm gonna be honest with
he
you guys.
is he. Wait. If you take him out of the story, right? If you take does it change anything?
See, I really liked him. He was really cool.
He at
until
least gave
he
him
wanted
heads
to-
up about Victoria.
Okay, can I just
Go ahead.
audible real quick?
Go ahead.
I think this
Okay.
because I think Jacob is that much worse because of how it goes for him.
Okay.
And he's
and
a C
if you
tier.
want to put him in here, sure, but like
Laurent at the end of
literally
that?
the main character. I'm not putting him in the same tier as her.
Jacob's
Oh, you
the main
don't
character.
want Laurent in the same
No.
tier as Bella?
No, dude.
Okay.
He literally has character assassination. He only appears twice. They literally are like, oh, he seems reasonable. Shows back up again. Hey, he just showed up again to be a dickhead.
Yeah.
All right. He was waiting this whole time. He wasn't doing
Yeah,
anything
that
else?
really ruined him. I'll put him in Loca tier then. I put him above Jane.
That's fine. He's not impactful,
guess.
but the moments he was in there is
Okay,
nice.
we could put. I like him a little bit more than Remy
I
Malek.
like his character.
Okay, I put him above Remy Malek.
All right. The thing is, I like his character, but like with Jane, at least she's like consistent. She's like, oh, she's the big bad. That's like one of their secret weapons, and she's a villain. She's evil, and it's like, yeah, it makes sense. And then with him, he's just kind of like, I show up once, I'm reasonable, and then I show up out of nowhere again, and now I'm a bad guy. Like just straight up, like, yeah. I understand the whole blood thing, but it's literally like, oh, the colons aren't here. Like, all right, dude.
Yeah.
Whatever. All right.
Jasper. I like Jasper. I'd say he's one of my favorites.
I like him because he's like bubbly, like Alice.
Is he bubbly? I think at the end, right?
he's-
Before he was.
He's kind and everything. Yeah, he's stiff and all that. Is that literally the reason why he was like that? Is because
in
he
the
was
first
thirsting
movie.
for her?
Because he was new vegetarian. He was a new
Yeah,
vegetarian.
so it was really tough for him.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But
So
then after that, he was training him.
I
And
mean,
he
I
was
like
more sociable. And
yeah, I like his disposition. I don't know if his character was that impactful.
he's helpful. I think he did more for the story than Emmett. Did more for the story than Emmett. He trained.
Emmett's,
He had
Emmett's
experience with
most memorable thing to me
newborns.
is getting beat up as an example for training.
Should we put
Podcast.
Emmett in Bella Gasps tier and put Jasper in Diamond Skin tier?
Diamond Skin.
You think he's better than Diamond Skin?
I like Jasper. I'll put him. I would be willing to put
Did
him.
I just forget
Alice.
a lot about Jasper?
No, I just
that was
like.
super helpful?
I just personally like Alice because he's Alice's partner too. Like I'll put him up there too, just by being associated
Just by
with Alice.
proxy. Well, they're all associated with
I
Alice.
think his backstory is the most interesting and relevant one.
Yeah.
He does the training,
Sure.
and then he literally mirrors the like antagonist thing of that movie, and he also is just a cool guy.
I'm gonna put the Confederate soldier in S tier.
Unpack that whenever you want to, people.
Diamond Skin tier. I say Diamond Skin. Jay, where do you want him?
I want him in Alice and Friends tier.
Wow.
I don't think he needs to be, if we're talking about supporting characters, because we're judging Edward, Jacob, and Bella kind of based off of main character ish. Jasper and Emmett are supporting characters, and Jasper I think is significantly more impactful to the story, and I also like him about the same level as Emmett, personality wise. So
Sure.
I don't think they should be next to each other. Is that
Jessica.
Anna Kendrick?
Anna Kendrick.
She's a good friend. She's actually a great friend because her mans is literally asking Bella out, and she's just like, okay, like she's fine with it. She's rocking. They're all friends.
She's oblivious to how dismissive she is to Bella. Sometimes. I didn't like that.
Sure. Yeah.
Like, if not, then she's actively doing it because she's jealous.
Oh, maybe. I mean, I could also see like just, you know, like being young and you're just kind of like when you have a thought and you're just like getting lost in your own thought. And like, is it dismissive or is it just kind of like you don't know what you don't know, you don't know the cues as well.
Sure.
You know, I don't know.
CGI baby because she is not singing.
Because if she sang, she'd be Alice in Friends tier.
No.
If she started singing, she started breaking out the cup song.
She's a decent character. She's a good first friend. She's a good
High School Musical cup song.
Yeah.
She's a good first friend. She hangs out with Bella when she's depressed. You know, like.
Don't you think? Like, I don't know if it's anyone else, but like Anna Kendrick doesn't look like she's like aged or that different from these movies.
She's
I guess she looks
beautiful, yeah, for sure. But
well, I'm not even saying that. I'm just like just straight up like she just looks
the same,
very much the same. Maybe she is a vampire.
Oh.
You ever think about
Jay's
that?
saying she looks like a foot and she doesn't age.
Looks like a foot?
You look like a monkey and you smell like one too. You look like a monkey. No, not you, Anna Kendrick.
We love
my
you,
DMs
Anna
are open
Kendrick.
for Pitch Perfect 4.
Pitch Perfect 4.
My DMs are open for Pitch Perfect 4 is what Jay said. Holy, that's a statement.
Holy Toledo.
Pitch Perfect 4 will have none of the original characters.
She's a good friend. Like,
right
does she change the entire dynamic of the story? No, but
Do we like her personality?
Yeah, why not?
As the character,
she's not bottom. I'll say that.
So where is she?
Bella gasps at the bottom. She just isn't impactful in the whole story. So like, you see her for like a movie and a half.
Like supporting cast.
Yeah.
Think about know your role. No, like where in her role?
I think she's
Bella?
ultimately neutral because of that. Like she was a good friend, but then she's also like not a good friend.
How is she not a good friend?
There was a comment. Well, like when you know she was depressed and you know not listening to Bella or whatever, and she kind of just dropped her. But yeah, that gets hard to deal with when you got a friend how Bella was. That's hard.
You have to move on.
Sure.
The conversation or something. You know, I don't know.
But then also
we don't hear them have a talk for 3 hours.
Okay, maybe she's allowing her friend to live life and free will and all that. But I'm like, don't let her walk over to those biker guys.
Well, I mean, she said something. You know, putting your hands on someone's a little different, but
you're not going over there. I would at least affirm you're not going over there. And if my friend was like, "No, I'm going to go over there," I'm like, "You're being really stupid. You're being really stupid." But like, okay, I did the most. I tried to stop you. Firmly said, "Don't go over there."
Yeah.
You didn't do it. If she did that, perfect, great. But she didn't do it. She let her walk away over there. And I'm like,
I think for her, like saying it is a lot. You know, it's not easy in those moments.
Sure.
So saying it, putting your hand on it, and putting your foot down, it's like, to me, those are kind of the same. A real friend would hear you out, but it's like they also make their own choice. It's their own life. So I don't know.
Bella tier is fine.
Yeah, Bella. Just because I'm looking at Jacob and I'm like, Jacob could have been so much more interesting.
Bella tier.
Let me rewrite Jacob right now. You ready?
Bella tier.
You ready for this? Rewrite it for Jacob?
No.
I'm not gonna do
What's
it.
up? What?
I don't have anything. I don't have anything.
No,
you want me to?
I want to hear it.
I'm just saying that to be funny.
No. Rewrite Jacob.
You want? Okay, all right. Rewrite Jacob. All right.
You did Laurent.
First of all, I rewrite Jacob. It looks just like Jay. Second of all, second of all,
you're not gonna get the same reaction in the theater when
he's only petty and primal for like a half a movie or something, and then he's like, I've been thinking and consulting with the other 55 werewolves in my community who have all gone through this phase, and I'm okay now. Like I'm working on it. It's it's good.
So if he was like apologetic after,
he's like, "Hey Bella, I know you don't have feelings for me the same way, and Edward's still alive." He's like, I really shouldn't make this uncomfortable for you. You're a good friend, and we're our families are close, and I want us to just be happy in that way if that's all it can be.
Yeah.
And then,
he just didn't want to drop it.
Yeah, and then pee on her shoes in Marcus territory.
Yeah.
That's what he should have done.
So
that's how he should have done
it. If I rewrote Jacob, it would have been like...
But he would have been compelling. He would have just been a good guy.
He just needs to apologize.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if I rewrote Jacob, it would have been somewhat similar when they first met, and like there's a little bit of awkward tension there, and then Bella at some point, she goes to clarify because Jacob's being such a nice supporting guy, like he's there for her and all this stuff, and then she feels like some kind of romantic tension, and she's like attracted to him, and then he was walking around with his shirt off all the time. He keeps taking his shirt off.
Like once he's chilled out.
She goes like, "Listen, Jacob, like, I know that you're being there and all this stuff, but like, I think we should be friends." And Jacob was like, "Oh, wait, what? No, I'm just being a good friend to you. I'm gay."
That's how we do it. He's like, "Sorry, Bella, I've had all these conflicting feelings. I'm in love with Seth."
Yeah, there you go. I fixed it.
You fixed it.
You're welcome, everyone.
Yeah, dude. He's like, "That's actually how I brought my emotional side down. We had a rough session earlier."
Yeah, dude, it's fine.
Mark's like,
I fixed it.
wait, no, isn't Seth like 14 or 15?
He's definitely young.
Isn't he super young?
But he's
one of the newer ones.
Jacob's 16.
But he's also
he's
an early bloomer.
He's also an early bloomer.
Yeah, Seth.
So
I think Seth's literally 14.
At youngest 13, he could be 14, 15, 16.
My God.
All right, so speaking of
werewolves, Leah.
Yeah. The ex-girlfriend. She has no first name.
Leah.
Well, it's because she says it in the movie. She's like, "I don't want to be known as the ex-girlfriend."
Well, but that kind of ends up being the thing.
You literally
right?
wrote yourself into that hole.
She's Sam's ex-girlfriend.
And she's also just a wolf in the pack.
Yeah, a whitish wolf.
I think she's cool. She was
cool.
down to help the group out.
Yeah,
She
and
made up her mind. She's like, even if we disagree, I see past that.
And in another timeline, she saved Bella.
Huh?
In another timeline, she saved Bella.
Yeah. I think she's a really good character. Diamond Skin tier?
Oh. I was thinking that, but I feel like it's a little bit high.
Billy Black. I don't think she should be above
I think she
Billy
could be
Black just
above Billy Black.
kicks Charlie with his wheelchair. You know?
He runs over Charlie's foot.
Yeah, and it's funny a little bit. She
Billy.
actually looks at Jacob having a full temper tantrum, and
Bro,
she
honestly,
goes, "Jacob, I don't have to agree with you. I'm here for the right reasons. Take it or leave it." She's got gusto. She's got the stuff. She's got the cajones, okay? Don't step on her cubes. I would say Diamond Skin. That's my vote.
Diamond?
Yeah, she's a
I'm
good character.
okay.
Good person.
Oh.
So hear me out. I think Billy Black should be above her simply due to the fact, like, look at that picture.
Oh, look at,
that's a good picture.
How is Emmett above her?
Emmett's
Bro,
funny. Emmett's funny. Emmett's funny.
You guys put Emmett.
I like Emmett. Emmett's funny.
I did not put him there. Jay, wasn't he the first person I said if you took Emmett out?
You did
Jay said that. You just repeated what Jay said.
No,
I brought it up.
Oh.
I was like, in the words of our Lord and Savior, Jay.
I like Emmett. I'm not gonna argue whether or not like he should be lower.
What character did you say that about in Twilight? If you took him out.
No, he didn't. I did.
Said that in Harry Potter. I said
I thought you had said that when we were sitting in your living room.
No.
Could have been Dumbledore if he was just less lazy.
Okay, I remember that. I thought you had said the.
We are still talking about Hagrid.
Dude, all you Hagrid lovers and Swifties, hear me.
You're gonna
So,
hear him
are they
roar.
Emmett lovers too, or
All these Emmett lovers. Oh man.
I put a vote for Diamond Skin tier. Mark,
Diamond Skin?
For Leah.
I will
Leah?
switch Emmett and Leah.
Oh,
Here's
I
the thing.
like Emmett more than Leah.
Here's the thing.
Wow.
I don't even have a problem.
It's 'cause
with
he got
Leah,
a-
but
She can be in
It's
Diamond
because he got a
Skin.
huge dong, isn't it, Mark?
No. She can be in Diamond Skin. But like I like Emmett more because he's funny.
Oh, okay, so Diamond Skin, we got 2 votes, Jay. What do you want?
That's fine.
Just don't. I feel like he shouldn't go.
keep saying
she
Leia.
I
shouldn't go
just
above.
like Leah or Leia, whatever her name is. The worst part is we don't even say her name right. We're putting her next to these other characters. We don't even know which one it is.
Well, maybe his name's Emmett.
Yeah, maybe it's admit he doesn't do that much.
He doesn't.
But he's chill, dude.
Yeah, but his album cover looks whack. It looks like a high school
He
photo.
brings the energy. I mean, let's be real. I mean, he participates in fights and stuff. Like the thing I have about Hagrid is like, going back to Hagrid. I'm sorry, all you Hagrid lovers out there. Harry Hagrid lovers. I'm a Harry Hagrid hater.
Groundskeeper.
Well, yeah, but what does that? How does that affect Harry or anything? The only thing that it affects is like Hagrid's gonna get executed. So then they're like, well, we don't want Hagrid to get executed, and then they go back in time. It's like, I guess maybe that's impacting the plot.
Hagrid's hippogriff getting executed?
Or like the hippogriff gets executed and then he goes to jail or something,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, well, if they had a hippogriff in general there, it would be executed, and they probably don't want the Buckbeak to die. So like, you don't even need Hagrid there. It could be Albus's like hippogriff. I'm sorry. I'm just saying. Albus delivers Harry. Albus picks Harry up, or like Sirius picks Harry up. I told you that if they just replaced Hagrid with Sirius, it would have been the same thing.
Sirius was in Azkaban though, right?
Not that time.
Oh, really?
No, he wasn't.
Oh, he went to Azkaban after the first movie?
So there's the trial of
when Harry was a baby.
When Harry was a baby, yeah.
Oh.
Because they said Sirius tried to kill Harry as a baby also. Well,
I thought you guys were trying to say that Sirius could be there in the first movie.
No.
Okay.
Not in the first movie, but like to deliver Harry.
Okay.
Yeah, no, not in the first movie like that. Yeah, so this
wasn't
is actually
Sirius a Death Eater though at some point? Was he?
I don't think so, right?
No.
It was just Snape. That was
Snape,
former
just
Death
Snape.
Eater, double agent. Yeah, Sirius was he never was.
No,
He
Snape.
was the Order of
No.
Thieves.
I don't know how I thought about that. Yeah.
They didn't have any double agents.
His sister or his relative, though, his cousin was.
Yeah, she was a Slytherin and all that, right?
Billy Black, Jacob Black,
Sirius
Black,
Wolf.
Oh.
They're totally different skin colors on different sides of the
but
planet.
they're from the same lineage.
Yeah, dude. Oh, he can shapeshift. He's an animagus. Guys, we did it. We
did it.
Hagrid
Kevin
is
Feige.
useful. We got it. We got him.
Animagus.
Do you think he's on? Do you think he's on Billy Black's
Wait a
album?
minute. We know vampires exist in Harry Potter.
Yes.
But we don't see any.
No.
Yeah, no, we saw Cedric. Cedric's there.
Oh, Cedric, yeah. Oh.
No, we can't stop,
Feige,
Mark.
bro.
Please.
Kevin Feige put it all together.
Mark, stop.
They died from the curse in a certain situation.
They get isekai'd.
Oh, wait.
They get isekai'd into Twilight.
We haven't seen a vampire actually in Harry Potter on screen. What if they are just those vampires?
Yeah, you go from London to America.
It would
More
make sense.
fanfic.
It makes sense because it's like what magic started the whole werewolf and the like animagus
wizard
transformation
magic.
Anyway.
Yeah, there's no way Cedric could be Edward, but maybe the Black family.
No, it's his doppelganger.
Maybe it's his relative.
His
Wow,
doppelganger.
you really look like you're like third removed.
Or
cousins in
maybe
England.
he dies in his freshly dead body, and that's where Carlisle finds him, and he's like, "Thanks for taking him to me."
My boy.
Yeah, my boy.
Even though that takes.
That's my son.
Yeah, even though Edward is just too old for that.
Edward.
Dude, the scene that scene where he's crying, dude, that was really well done. Like
That's good.
really
You know
good
what's
acting.
sad is when I first saw that movie, like I didn't even remember the scene at all.
Oh,
It had to take me rewatching it like 10 years later for me to actually be like, wow, that's really.
it's heartbreaking. Yeah, but I meme it all the
actually,
time now.
As a kid, I didn't really feel anything towards Cedric. He just kind of died, and I was like,
Because
Who
they
is
didn't
he?
give him any backstory.
Yeah, they didn't.
Yeah.
They
They
should
didn't
have
give
spent
anybody
more
backstory.
time with him.
And he's a Hufflepuff.
yeah, unfortunate. L for Hufflepuff. I don't know.
L for Hufflepuff.
You don't even know that he's a Hufflepuff. You think he's like not the whole movie. So
Alright, I mean, I
he was
knew
a
he's
Gryffindor.
Hufflepuff.
I'm sorry I derailed it to Harry Potter, guys.
No, that's okay.
We know you love
Who's this
Hagrid.
Death Eater?
That's Marcus. That's one of the three who run the Volturi.
This dude wants to die the whole movie just for that.
Yeah,
That
I liked him a
one
lot
detail
more.
alone makes him a CGI fucking baby,
What?
dude.
No,
Yes.
I liked him more when he said that.
Finally. Just get a go to a 7-Eleven, get a Bic, light yourself. Stop crying.
I
about
liked
it.
him more when he was like, finally, because I bet he couldn't. He literally couldn't quit. I bet it was like a situation like Edward was like, Sir, can I die? No.
But we'll take you.
Okay.
Nah, pansy ass.
They
CGI
might be
baby.
able to actually kill themselves because if they have to like decapitate, then kill themselves with fire.
No,
Yeah.
you can
No,
just
but,
be
like-
consumed in fire.
Right, but like, Arrow would not allow him to kill himself.
Probably. Yeah. Okay, so what are we doing with him? It was
CGI
I don't-
baby.
I-
That makes him a CGI baby.
I kind of like him because he was like,
I mean, it had more
finally.
personality.
He had more personality than Caius.
Your personality can just be a bitch, and he is.
I mean, we
What?
literally have
What?
characters that are like that in
You
higher
was-
tiers.
I like Marcus more than
I mean,
Caius.
you're not wrong.
All right, fine. CGI baby, but top of CGI baby.
Yeah,
There you go.
Where the hell you been, Loca? It's filled with too many people. It's funny. All right,
Mike.
Michael.
I don't like Mike.
He's fine.
that was quick.
He's fine. He's just like forgettable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like how he walks. I don't like the way he talks.
You think he's that bad?
No, I just didn't like how he talks to Bella.
Only the one time?
The one, well, I don't know. Okay, fine, shoot your shot, but like, she was not interested in you. I don't know. I didn't like.
He just
how
doesn't get it.
No, yeah, but also I don't like how. I don't know. He didn't know about Jessica's crush on him. Fair, but also like, it's kind of a jerk about it. Like, okay,
How
I guess
can you
I'll
be a
ask
jerk
that.
about something you don't know?
I don't know. I just, maybe I don't like dumb people. Maybe that's it. He didn't see the signs.
Bro, he was just.
All right, if you okay,
some dude
people at
with
home, if
with
you're,
a-
I don't like dumb people. If you're offended, that what does that say? What does that say? What does that say?
Wait.
What does that say?
Mark,
I don't like dumb
Mark, wait,
people.
hold on. I just want to make sure I'm hearing you right. If they're offended at home
Yeah,
and you're fine with them being offended, that means that you don't mind them. So you don't dislike them.
I said I
So
don't
you
like
enjoy-
dumb people.
That's what I'm saying. If you don't like dumb people, but you're okay with them hating you, that means you don't dislike them
I
because
didn't
they're
say
not
that.
dumb.
I didn't say that.
I'm just saying.
I didn't say
I
that.
would
I
say
said,
there's.
if I
you might be
said I
missing
don't
one
like
detail.
dumb people, and if you're offended, what does that say about you?
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, I know what you mean. I'm trying to catch you on like a random fault. That's all. It didn't work.
Yeah, because I'm not dumb.
What does that say about you? Well, yeah. I hope. Well, they're definitely mad about it now.
I think Mike belongs to CGI baby tier.
You
CGI
think so?
baby. Yeah,
I'm just
I don't
thinking,
like how.
is he irrelevant to the story? No. Do I like his character?
Eh.
No. It's just whatever at best. So I'm like, whatever, dude.
He
The
passed
only
up-
I care about has magic in front of it.
He passed up on Anna Kendrick. He even took her out to homecoming and then wasn't with her.
Maybe
afterward.
he didn't think she liked him.
Dumb.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Mark doesn't like him because he has a lower IQ. He can be taught, Mark. He can be taught.
Can he be taught?
Yes.
Can you teach?
That's why he's in
someone
high
to
school.
Not pass up on Anna Kendrick. I don't know.
Maybe he
He's
doesn't like
already
singers.
lost. He's
Maybe
already
he's like,
lost.
damn, she really has to sing every
He's
song in the car.
already lost.
She has to sing every song in the car. And he's like, I got a ticket to get you out of this goddamn vehicle.
Sam.
I like Sam. He's great.
Sam's
He's a
great.
great
I
leader.
thought I would dislike him. I forgot that he literally does nothing wrong.
He's everything. He's
I thought
everything
he would
Jacob
say
could
some-
be.
Yeah, I thought he would say something like, I don't agree with that. He does everything right.
He does everything right. C tier.
Yeah, there you go.
Is he Alice and Friends?
Alice and Friends?
Yep. Well, I wouldn't
Top of
necessarily.
Diamond.
I wouldn't say he's like compelling.
No,
But
he's
he
not.
is a-
That's why.
he's
I
like
don't
an
put him.
anchor. He's like a
Yeah.
rock.
There's something gross about having it.
Arrow right next to Sam.
No, not even that. I don't know.
Something
Jake-
about diamond
There's
skin.
something about the diamond skin just looking at that. It's bothering me, but I can't really actually say.
Two werewolves in diamond skin.
Go
tier.
ahead. I mean, go.
I legitimately
Don't know what to say?
There's just something weird looking.
It is weird. I think because you have Sam, who's, what? We have Leah and Edward in the same tier. Yeah, I see how that's weird.
Why is that bad?
Why is that bad? to have like
It's not bad,
one
but,
main
like,
character
it's weird.
and like a tertiary character in the same tier.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm thinking about moving Edward down.
Edward down.
Yeah.
The problem
Why?
is, unlike Jacob, he actually mellows out a lot quicker and is a bit more understandable. Jacob, it's not made clear why he's acting like that. With Edward, at least, he's like, you have irresistible blood, and you're the only person on the planet that I can't.
It's a wolf thing. That's why Jacob's acting
That
like
he
that.
knows of. She's the only.
Yeah,
person
but
on
like
the planet.
his is all Edward. You have irresistible blood, and you're the only person on the planet that I've ever met in my 104 years of my life that I can't read the mind of. There's something so interesting and weird about you I don't understand, but like I'm also now obsessed and like I'm having a hard time dealing with this. And
Okay.
that's all explained. Jacob, it's a wolf thing.
Oh yeah. So with Edward, it okay. So that totally explains why you're watching me sleep.
But I will say the
It's
weird
really
part.
weird. Don't get me wrong.
The
It's
weird
extremely
parts for
weird.
me are that like he's like, I'm gonna kill myself if I don't have you. I'm gonna.
Romeo and
Jacob said
Juliet.
that.
No,
Edward
Edward.
literally did that.
Romeo and
Yes,
Juliet.
that's why. It's just
Oh.
like he does it more than once. So I'm just like,
Romeo and Juliet.
it
Romeo and
is.
Juliet.
But this literal hopeless romantic shit is
Yeah, Romeo and Juliet.
no good. Es no bueno.
Hey, Romeo and Juliet, man.
I don't know. I'm okay putting him above Billy Black. But
No, I want Billy Black at the front of it here.
all right, put him
Yeah.
above Bella so they can be.
Yeah, they can be right next to
together.
each other. Actually,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Really?
Put Edward right
Yes.
next to.
Yes.
Emmett and Leah, yes, you guys got it.
Yes. Could you?
Bella Gas.
Bella
You know,
Gaps tier.
I have a question then. If they were really that bad, how did did you guys like the first Twilight movie?
No. Who did?
I don't know.
It was
People,
fun.
I guess.
Trash.
Twilight was fun.
Because that movie is basically just those two.
Twilight's fun.
All right, who's on
Twilight one was good.
Riley.
Riley,
He says my favorite line ever. So Alice and Friends.
please regale us.
He says, "You're dead."
that? That was really good.
That's exactly how he says it.
You know what I need? I need to go now find the clip and then slice it over you saying it.
You don't even have to change it. It sounds exactly the
Yeah,
same.
I know. That's the crazy part. You're right. He needs to be up a bit higher. I mean, at this point, put him at the top of Diamond Skin.
Riley,
Yeah, Emmett, Eros, Leah, whatever, dude. Put
Yeah.
him up there.
Put him there. Top of diamond. Go ahead.
Anthony, what do you think?
he did his job, right? He's a big old baby
Bro,
who's being manipulated.
Yeah, he got manipulated.
Do we like him? No,
Let's be real.
but that's the point. We're not supposed to like him.
Yeah.
And he fit his role. He was Victoria's pawn, like B or A. Yeah.
I'm gonna side with Anthony. I wanted any excuse to move him out of there.
That's fine. That's fine.
I'm gonna agree with Anthony.
It's fine.
He didn't
I
really
don't
pick a
care.
tier, but I'm gonna pick the lowest one that he said.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I don't care.
Yeah. He is a
But
definite.
he's
He's very
he says
forgettable.
my favorite line ever.
He's like James, very forgettable. Nothing
Literally in the
interesting.
scene, 2 out of the 4 people
did.
in that scene are in this tier.
Mm-hmm.
If
3.
he was above them, I would.
'Cause Edward, Bella- Yeah. Yeah.
CGI baby.
Wait,
Renee is in CGI baby.
CGI baby. Pointless
Sure.
character.
Okay, sure.
Every time she's in the shot, nothing
Oh,
interesting
Put
happens.
Renee at the top. Put Renee at the top.
The top of CGI baby. They're all the same. They're a
The
wash.
actual
They
CGI
fail.
baby.
What about the CGI?
What about the CGI baby? The CGI baby go in CGI baby tier.
Because there's no actor for it. Yes, CGI baby.
CGI baby.
Yeah.
And also, it's not like it has a lot. They have a lot of character development.
Does she have an
I like
actual?
that she's a smart
Is she
girl.
an actual person in the last movie?
Is she an actual person?
They didn't CGI her face in the last movie, right?
Yeah. No, they didn't.
I like
Like, there
that
was a
character.
girl. I like that she was a smart little girl. That's fine.
Yeah.
You know, it's a great daughter.
She served her purpose. She's not really supposed to have much to say.
She's a curious, smart girl.
Yeah.
That's great.
I'll put her in where the hell you been, Loca?
Yeah.
Locasita.
Alright,
Losita?
Is
you wanna
it?
specify?
Yeah, right next to Jacob, because that's appropriate.
Oh, above Jacob. Above Jacob.
Above
Jacob. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, come on, guys. You know she's a top, right?
Whoa, that's
All right. That's getting cut.
Thank you. That should
I
be
got
cut.
you. It's not.
Thanks.
It's not.
I want that to become cringe on the
Okay.
internet.
Alright.
Victoria.
Dude, Victoria.
It's a good name.
How do you feel about Victoria? Mark, I need to gather my thoughts. On that note, no, I'm kidding.
I say it all the time. This got nothing to do with Victoria, but I just like Victoria as a name. It's a good name to yell. I played a video game called Bravely Default.
It's a good name to yell.
It's a good name to yell
Is she
because
a top for you, Mark?
no, it's a good name to yell because in Bravely Default there's like Victor and Victoria yells out Victoria. I'm not gonna yell in this house, but yeah, it's a good name to yell. It's 1, 2, 3, 4 syllables. It's IV syllables.
It is IV syllables.
So
She
it's
serves
a
her
good name to yell.
purpose.
She serves her purpose. She's an antagonist.
She
for a lot of it.
actually does outrun the werewolves, the wolves, and the vampires.
Yeah.
For a long period of time. So when somebody said, "Oh, she's actually a problem," she was actually a problem. She's jumping between both territories. So for that reason, she serves her purpose a bit better. She's also manipulating Riley well, and like, I already like her character a lot more than a lot of the cast.
Okay.
When it comes to like, was it impactful? Not really. Like, it didn't.
Yeah.
Like certain things didn't set in, but you could see she was a problem. So
I wish she was more cunning with it.
yeah,
She was just being petty,
like
right? And she had enough revenge
bottom
in her
of B tier, like Bella gasps.
bottom of B. Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, now that you mention it, like, if you just removed her entire involvement, what would have changed?
We don't have Eclipse, I guess.
Like, just that movie, like, what did, like, Edward and Jake and them do anything different that they wouldn't normally have?
They had to like ship her around, right? They did.
They
the
wouldn't
whole...
have bonded. They wouldn't.
Edward and Bella wouldn't have bonded?
No,
Oh,
Edward and
Jacob
Jacob.
and-
would-
Jacob
I know,
and
at that one
Edward.
specific part, they kind of bonded, but, like,
Yeah.
I guess, is that it?
I mean, that's pretty big for the rest of the next
The-
two movies,
I
right?
guess, kind of, but I'm like...
Yeah, they
that's,
had-
I
that's
thought
the
of
whole
that, but,
movie.
like, what else happened as a result of her doing that? Like, did the...
No, they just that was the conflict for Eclipse. They had to ship her around. They had to.
Did they meet anyone? Like, that I genuinely am not remembering because I jumped in late with you
Yeah.
guys. Like, what the plot developments happened because... of
She
the
was
storyline?
just building an army.
Yes, but...
I know. So
like,
so nothing else happened. They didn't meet with new allies.
She was a weak boss.
Bella
with
and
some
new
minions.
allies, none of the wolves things
No,
changed.
no, I don't. Not that I remember. Like nothing changes.
Dang.
Like that was literally the whole plot of the movie. And the
Well, the wolves and the werewolves kind of packed together for a little. She was like a
the
she-
wolves,
werewolves?
the wolves and the vampires.
Wolves and I'm sorry, wolves and the vampires. They didn't they come together on that a little
I think
bit?
so. I think so.
Like yeah, so like
Yeah.
like
So it made them
a bit
directly, like, ally...
Yeah. Common
Mm.
enemy.
common enemy. Yeah,
Yeah.
bitter taste. But when it came to like CGI baby actually brought them together.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
actually. Okay.
Yeah, because the imprint
Yeah,
is just
yeah.
like oh
Okay, I mean, yeah, she's likable, but she doesn't really do that much in the grand scheme of things.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. And
Boo
her
Stewart.
you actually get to see the feats of her character a little bit.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
about it. You don't really see like her like I don't know, she's not insanely strong.
Alright, right here.
Boo Boo Stewart, Seth.
Set just for getting thrown into a tree, man. Like he's got diamond skin. Like I
He's
feel
just
so
a
bad.
sweet kid. That's it.
just a boy.
That's it.
Yeah, I actually remember and do like him. Like,
But that's it.
You-
He's just
yeah, a good
nice
guy.
kid.
You only see his personality in like
Where-
one
where-
movie, and then he's always a wolf in all the other ones.
Like
Yeah, what do you want to do?
he's
like-
a sweet kid in the same way like I think of like Renesmee. Like he's just a kid.
and
who's-
life's a nightmare. And like
yeah.
I think Willoka.
So, like, her Her, but,
Loka.
like, not CGI. So.
Yeah, her, but not CGI.
Oh,
there
yeah,
you go.
okay.
Okay.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Oh, we're saving her.
We'll save her. Let's put the.
Oh, I didn't mean save her like that. But
No,
whatever.
but yeah,
whatever,
no, I
whatever.
agree. No,
Yeah,
no. Yeah,
we've got more to say
We'll put
about her.
Rosalie last.
Yeah.
I don't know this woman's name. She is Billy's sister, right?
Yeah.
And she gets with Charlie. That's cool.
Yeah.
Gets Charlie to come out of his shell a little bit.
Yeah. Black Swan. You know what I'm saying?
Black Swan.
Okay.
That's cool.
She's a really solid girlfriend. She's quite amazing.
Solid.
Solid girlfriend. B tier. Bella gasps.
I think she's next to Billy.
Okay.
Oh yeah, actually, yeah, I'd do that. I'd do that.
All right, Rosalie. So we started with Alice and we ended with Rosalie. Our favorites. Our favorites.
I know, honestly.
Okay.
Rosalie has like some of the most compelling reasons of like the entire cast for anything. She's very disgruntled when Bella comes into the fold of things, and then like everybody's like, Rosalie, you're being like kind of a downer and you're pissing us off, and like, why are you being annoying all the time? And she's like, it's literally Arrow's whole reasoning is this is a huge problem that can only really make things infinitely more complicated, which is not what you want as a vampire. Right. And, you know, we have a very tight-knit group and you just met her, and why does she know what we are and why is she here and all this stuff? Super justified.
Yeah.
Super, super, super justified. And she's not going out of her way to, like, beat people up or wreck the house or whatever.
Sure.
She's literally like...
I don't like this. It's not a good idea.
Shatters a... Yeah.
No, she is definitely...
Oh, she's definitely A tier. And then she just gets... She's like a fine wine, dude. She just gets better with time. She's reasonable. She's, like, sweet to the baby. She helps with the wedding plans. Like, all that stuff. So, I mean, all things considered... I don't know what they're... I know why Emmett was hitting that from the back for 10 years, dog. Like, I know why. It's because she's amazing. Inside
out. Inside and out.
Inside and out.
Inside out.
Backwards and forwards. How do you think? How do you feel about it?
That's great. Yeah. No. She belongs in Alice and Friends tier. She belongs there, up there with Alice.
Just because Mark wants her up there, I want her in B tier now.
Okay. Yeah, I see how you... Noel dropped loyalty just like that.
Contrarian thing like that. Yeah. So
do you like her? I thought she was a favorite of yours. You don't like her more than Jasper or anything like that?
Oh, she's definitely a favorite. Do I like her more than... I think, for me, honestly, like, Jasper has a lot of little moments where he has a handful of moments. They're not as impactful for me.
Okay.
The whole training thing, I don't like, to be honest, you don't see a lot of training. You just see them like throwing the blows. They're not like, this is what she does. Look out for this. Watch. I'm faster than you. Watch. This is like, it's really not training for what they're gonna do. It's training for just like, they just exercise for a few days. So for me, it was like they went to high school. They didn't go to college. You know, they didn't focus on something. So, I don't know. I still believe he should belong like a tier down, but yeah, I'd probably put Rosalie at like, Rosalie and Alice and Carlisle and Charlie, I would kind of group them in the same quadrant.
Okay, so Rosalie right next to Alice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at us. Look at us. A couple of cards.
I know. We're so kind and generous.
Might as well. We might potentially just be like, this is the Cullen tier.
Cullen tier.
Family and Charlie.
Honorary Cullen.
Yeah. Exactly.
I'm fine with that. Is this time where we segue?
Yeah.
Into the mini debates.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
we talked a little bit about these characters. Let's have them go head to head.
So just again, this is the final tier list, guys. Read them and weep.
Read them and weep.
Right here, top one's ordered.
Yeah.
Top one's ordered.
Yeah. Alice, Rosalie, Carlisle, Charlie, and Jasper in Alice tier. I'm digging it.
Oh, it's gone. Wait, you didn't want to save it?
So, should we take a pause here, or no?
Oh, yeah. Click that one.
You can actually edit that out. But anyway.
Yeah, I guess I just have to go now grab it.
Yeah.
And do it. All right.
So the real, yeah.
So I guess I'll just transition you guys into this, and you can just go directly into it.
Okay.
All right. And you guys can intro the next part in 5, 4.
All right, so we're done with the tier list now, and we're into the new segment of the Twilight review. This segment's called "Who Can Get It," and we're gonna be do some comparisons here. What do we got on the next slide here?
The classic.
Yeah.
Team Edward versus Team Jacob.
Yeah, there's no Switzerland. If you're Team Switzerland, no.
I'm Team Charlie.
Team Charlie.
Yeah.
We ain't even there yet.
I don't like these guys.
Man, I think there's like layers. Like, whose cause do you like the most? And then whose execution do you like the most?
Oh, like these characters?
Yeah.
So when that's something I was thinking about coming up to this.
I guess they have the same cause. They
podcast.
don't want her to be a vampire. Both of them.
True.
Isn't it in the big
scheme. When people were sorting themselves out to be Team Edward or Team Jacob, were they just saying my favorite is Edward and my favorite is Jacob?
I don't think it was anything beyond that. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because I thought about it like a little bit more. I was like, are they saying Bella should be with Edward, or are they saying Bella should be with Jacob? Because I feel like a lot of these Jacob fans don't want Bella to be with Jacob.
Probably not.
Right? So it's just, this is my favorite.
Oh, because Edward's got the bad boy.
I think it was a mix.
It was a mix.
It's probably a mix.
I wouldn't say it was like, 90-10. I would say it was closer to 50-50. But
Okay. All right. So, like, what are we arguing? Who's better?
I think, I'm going to be honest.
Who can get it?
Who can get it?
Can get it.
I think everybody knows Taylor Lautner can get it, right? But for who he is, Edward can get it. Edward, I don't know. It's just he's patient, considerate. He's a little self-deprecating, but that could be funny. Doggo over there.
Doggo.
Yeah, dude. What was the name of the dog from those movies in the 90s?
In the 90s?
Yeah.
Airbud?
Airbud, yeah. Airbud over here.
Airbud? Nothing says in the rules that a dog can't play basketball.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong. Yeah, Airbud, like, his intentions are right, but intentions aren't enough.
Oh, they just set him up. Airbud doesn't dribble, right?
No, all of it was alley oops, wasn't it?
Yeah, you kind of throw it up and Airbud just boops it with his snoot.
Yeah, actually, boops it with his snoot.
Well, Mark, what about you? Which team are you on?
You got the hair of Team Jacob. It's making me feel.
I guess
feel
just,
type
just
of
how
way.
it is. Oh, but on screen, Jacob's next to you and Edward's next to me.
I guess so.
Oh, but that's okay. I guess I'll be Team Jacob. No, I am Team Jacob. No, for sure. Team Jacob. You're Team Edward with your...
How could you traitor?
Traitor.
I don't know, man. Like, I have a hard time.
I don't like either character's toxicity. That's not cool.
Oh,
if I
true.
could just throw out their toxicity and just be like, oh, I look at the love and care that they have for their, prospective partner.
You want the softie or the golden retriever? What do you want? If we're gonna take out the toxicity, if we're gonna clean
It
them up.
is very much like Black Hat guy versus Golden Retriever guy.
Oh, are you saying Edward? Oh yeah, Edward was kind of Black Cat a little bit.
Yeah.
Ah. See, I like Golden Retriever guys. Like those are like cool characters.
Whoa. Oh, okay.
No, I like Golden Retriever guys. Because in like the contrast to Black Cat girls, because it's like that's a fun dynamic, right?
Sure.
So I think
if they play the same game,
They call guys Doberman because guys are supposed to be cats, I guess.
Oh, girls are supposed to be cats. Interesting.
Yeah, so he's a
They do the child psychology thing of all dogs are men and all cats are girls.
Yeah, and then you do like girls that are like golden retriever or orange cat.
Interesting.
Or, like, what are they called? They're called
Orange cap Doberman. Whatever. Yeah, orange tabby Doberman. Okay, I see it. Okay, that's fun. But yeah, because in contrast to Bella, I think Jacob is a nice pairing for a black cat kind of girl that she is. Yeah. Just as a person, Jacob's a more fun person to be around. But I think I relate more to Edward.
Okay. Yeah, I would agree. I'm gonna be honest though, the whole like, well, if I was on a honeymoon, we would have definitely gotten out of the house, but all the in-house activities probably would have been the same. And honestly, it's the stupid little things like playing chess together that would set me off. I'd be like, I'm not an amazing chess player. She doesn't have to be either. You know, like we're not out here being 2,000 rank and then.
All right,
I'm gonna
like
be we've studied this
Jacob.
and blah
We're
blah.
gonna build dirt bikes, and you could go play chess over there.
Hey, yo, I didn't say I didn't want to build dirt bikes. That's what I said. That we do way more out of the house activities, but like simple things like. It doesn't need to be exciting to have a good time.
Sure.
That's
so I'm the same way. Trait. That's why I said I relate to Edward, because I feel like as a partner I'd be more like an Edward.
Sure.
But I feel like I can see why
just
girls...
a life-sucking, heartless...
We also don't really get to see what Jacob would be like in a relationship because, spoiler alert...
he doesn't.
He doesn't get the girl.
No. Yeah, he does.
At least, he doesn't get that girl.
Even then, I feel like they made it very clear that it's not a romantic thing out the gate.
Yeah.
Because that would be weird.
Yeah, he had to scream it.
He had to scream.
It's not romantic. He's like, it's not romantic.
All right, so
it's not what you think.
The verdict here, I guess
I'm Team Jacob.
Yeah, I'll throw mine in there.
You're Team Edward. Tiebreaker.
Honestly, I like both. Okay, even things aside, I like both actors. I don't swing that way, unfortunately, but if I did, these guys would be great candidates. I probably would go with Team Edward. And I guess that's it. Just simply what I said earlier. Like, at least he has the whole, well, your blood is irresistible thing. And then what it was doing to other vampires makes it somewhat admirable and understandable and more sympathetic. Jacob's thing is more teenage angst, and that's just cringe, even though we've all been through it.
Yeah.
So,
bruh.
Like, and to be fair, I can't get past the assault thing. I understand you could reframe it if it was the opposite. Like, it could have been similar, but...
Fair.
Yeah. So
fair.
I would be Team Edward.
Wait, which assault thing? Which one?
He kissed her.
He forcibly kissed her.
Oh,
yeah.
I mean, she punched him in the face. So,
but after
that does not...
no.
No.
But yeah, I think when I was growing up, I think I was like, it made no sense.
We said he was
Team
creepy
Jacob.
like 50 times too.
Who, Jacob?
Jacob. He has some really
that's fair.
cringe
And like,
tendencies.
yes, I'm repping Team Jacob right now, but
yeah,
I think
for good reasons. Yeah.
I think when I was like growing up and I was hearing about this Team Edward, Team Jacob thing, I'm like, it makes no sense to be Team Jacob. She loves Edward.
Should be that simple, right?
it makes no sense. Like, she doesn't love him.
Yeah.
Like that.
Hey, I'm all for, like, speak your piece, admit your feelings, like, cool. But if somebody's like, hey, I appreciate it, I don't see it that way. It's like, how is it enjoyable to pursue it further? Like,
yeah.
I don't know. Like, it's...
No. Like, I would have been like, nah, she's not for you. She don't like you like that.
Fake fans are Edward fans. I get it.
Fake fans are Edward fans. Interesting.
Kidding.
Team Charlie.
Oh,
there's a team. I didn't realize it says Team Charlie.
Team Carlisle. I think that's fake. I didn't realize the photo said that.
No, this is like an actual thing.
Yeah.
Like, if you didn't pick Team Edward or Team Jacob, Team Charlie was the third.
Literally, Charlie and Carlisle is
Charlie.
the same name in different. Different
no,
languages.
Right? Like the same name in different languages. So conflate great dads.
Oh man, you got to give it to Charlie, man. Like who's gonna get it from me? I'm gonna need time on this one. Jay, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on these?
My thoughts are
hooligans.
I want to know what Mark's thoughts are.
Oh,
Hey, yo.
Okay, when we were talking about this earlier, I said, okay, I'll be Team Charlie, you be Team Carlisle, but you're
forgot.
like...
I because I could argue both sides.
I could argue both sides as well, but if
Yeah.
we had to take a stance,
I
think you...
Just take one.
All right.
I don't care.
See, that's the thing. I'm the rebuttal. You're supposed to...
All right.
Okay.
All right, I'll be Team
I
Carlisle.
had to, so and then
Gun to your head.
who can get it? Who can get it?
I'm
Who
not
can get
answering
it? Literally, who can get it? Carlisle. Yeah, I'll choose Carlisle.
He can get my
Carlisle,
adoption
look at
papers.
this sexy
That's
man
what he
right
can
here,
get.
yeah.
The adoption paper. Who you want to be your?
See, then it's Carlisle.
It's
Unfair.
because
He's rich.
He's rich. He has hundreds of years of experience as like a parent and learning and growing as a person. And Charlie, in comparison, is essentially a child because he's 40.
He's not even really like a
But,
dad.
like-
He's never really had his daughter around.
Well,
Like,
I mean, I'm not even saying that. It's literally just strictly compare like our experience to like a 3-year-old. That's essentially what the difference between their ages is.
Dad experience.
But
yeah.
even the fatherly experience, like Charlie has
I think that's what
very,
he meant too.
very,
Yeah.
very little.
Yeah.
Like almost none.
Yeah, but out the gate he was like pretty good.
He's-
he was
yeah,
like a
very
great
good.
father.
Considerate, understanding.
Yeah, but it's still just like.
Yeah, there's no comparison. I got you.
But also, like, here's the thing. I'm gonna go for it from this angle. Who can get it?
That's what I'm saying.
Don't get me wrong.
That's what I'm saying. Carlisle's
great,
can
but like
get it. You know what I mean?
Charlie has that like. I feel like he would have that kind of like blue collar worker with the mustache, like single dad
Yeah, dude.
thing going for him. Like just listen. I feel like has that look that people would just be like, I just kind of want to eat him up.
Yeah.
You know, his
Yeah.
personality.
Yeah, I see that.
That's probably how the sister was like, look at this guy.
Yeah.
He seems like a very concerned, caring dad. He just is concerned. I know that he can love me right. And Carlisle is just like
Jay's like, I could eat him up.
yeah, dude, look at him. He has the cop mustache. Everything. Look at the way he's looking.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Look at that. I don't even lean on my card that way.
Man, look at him. What a guy.
Yeah, I don't know.
Charlie can get it.
Which Charlie?
What?
They're both named Charles.
Oh yeah, the Carlisle.
Carlisle.
So
Yeah.
the one named Charlie, not the one with the other offshoot of Charlie. not
Yeah.
Carlisle.
I think I'd be super interested to pick Carlisle's brain.
Yeah.
Just in like, not even for what he's experienced, more of just like how he sees the world and reason. Just, yeah, I could probably spend a long time just having a conversation with him,
Yeah,
which
it's
means
like
a lot.
It's like a sage.
See, I think
Something like
Carlisle is just hard not to pick because
And he looks like he belongs on GQ. Like, come on, Carlisle.
rich and handsome and will care for me and stuff.
Literally, the rich part doesn't even cross my mind.
Really?
Yes, dude. It's
Well,
he's
okay,
just
so here's my
interesting.
thinking. Team Charlie because he doesn't have a lot, so I feel like that's more generous of his time and efforts and stuff. I feel like it's easy for Carlisle to be
You
like,
see him less though if time matters more because he needs to be working more.
sure, I guess. But then like if I think it's easy for Carlisle to be like, I've got adult children, they can take care of themselves. I'm working at the hospital all the time. He can very easily be like an absent father.
Oh, 100%.
So
But when he's home,
when he's home.
it'd be great.
But then so what I'm saying is it's it's like that one Bible story where like, oh, the rich man, here, big sack of coins. And then there's like the poor old woman, her only coin. And God's like, she's better because she gave more. That was her only possession. So I feel like because he's not as rich, I feel like he's giving more of himself.
yeah.
know
What's
what I
funny
mean?
though is I literally don't even consider the fact that money's a problem or money's
Right. It shouldn't
I'm-
be.
no, I'm
It
happy-
shouldn't
I'm-
be.
parent based.
I'm happy
It
I don't
shouldn't
consider
be.
that. Well, like, literally, if it was parent based and like, if it wasn't parent based, I don't think of the money first, which is really impressive.
Which is fine. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Parent based, like it's like, well, there's literally no downside to either their personalities as fathers.
Yeah.
Really. Like they're not bad.
That's where I'm getting
and
at.
then Carlisle on top of it.
Is extremely wealthy.
Yeah.
It comes down to like click and wealth, or not wealth, but like if all the other things. Oh yeah, no, yeah, click and wealth. It's like the wealth is significant, but it's like, do you guys click? So I guess for me, it'd be like click.
Right.
And since they all have great father traits, it's like, do you click or do you not? And then say Levy.
Exactly. So like,
it's Team Carlisle, dude.
Team Carlisle.
Overall, it's Team Carlisle. I think we all just decided that we agree on that. Charlie put up a good fight, but when you're up against a century-old man, it's difficult to be comparable when it comes to like a lot of things. Also, look at him. He's attractive. He has colored eyes. Dude.
Dang, it's just set up for me to. I got all the teams that are losing at 2 out of 3, 1 out of 3.
I think.
I don't know.
We'll see.
It wasn't on purpose.
I know.
I don't think there's a win here. I just think it's like present your case.
All right. Okay.
I like both of them as my dad.
Yeah. At the same time.
What if they just co-parent?
Jay doesn't go that way, but he
me.
wants 2 fathers.
Huh?
I said Jay doesn't go that way, but he wants 2 fathers.
Why not?
Why not?
Honestly, that'd be high.
What
You
does
know how
that
many
change it?
secret handshakes there would be in that house?
Secret handshakes. Is it
You just said
that
that-
exclusive guy thing?
I don't. Wait, that sound. Hey, cut the tapes. Hey.
Wait, why just is everything I say
no,
like a red
No,
tape type?
pause. Oh, you're good.
No, Charlie's
Suck
great.
his toes.
Charlie's great.
Wait,
Carlisle's awesome.
Yeah, all right. So here's the.
nah, just because you said that, Charlie all the way. He can
All right,
fix
okay,
cars.
I'll switch to Carlisle
Here
then.
you go.
Oh,
You ready
okay.
for this? You ready for this?
All right. Oh. Wow. Our
I'm
favorites.
I'm gonna pick it up.
No.
I'm on Team Rosalie.
Team Rosalie. Team Alice. I'm Team Alice. For sure. 100%.
Tell me
200%.
why.
To help me.
Tell me why. Name
Name why.
one good reason or 5.
Alice is pretty.
Dang it. Foiled again.
She's so loving and caring, and she like looks out for Bella. I like that
She leaves.
she leaves. She had to. She had to. So did Rosalie. So did Rosalie.
When?
When they all left.
That wasn't really leaving on her part though.
Yeah,
Was
so
it?
the same thing for Alice.
Nobody really missed
I'm surprised you
Rosalie.
didn't say this. Alice left twice.
Alice did leave twice. Thank you for reminding me, Mark.
Alice has a cool power.
Yeah, leaving.
See the future.
See the future.
What is
Yeah.
Rosalie's power again?
She doesn't have
Wait, I don't know.
I don't think she has a gift.
Wait, look it up.
Bro.
See
She
what it
doesn't
is.
have a gift.
What do you mean she doesn't have a gift?
She does-
Absolute reason.
Absolute reason. Logic.
She
It's not look. I can't disagree. Right? Alice is like, she's just gorgeous. She's
Yeah.
just, and she's fun.
Yeah.
And like that is a really
Yes.
nice contrast to like the very down
Exactly.
theme of the whole movie
She is.
series or the first.
Even
movie.
though she's a vampire, she's the sunshine
Her
in our Twilight
bubbliness
movies.
is
Rosalie's
insane.
gift is incredible beauty.
Ain't that the truth?
Which even surpasses a regular vampire. She is said to be the most attractive vampire in the world.
Ain't that the truth?
Interesting.
That's such a weird.
That's kind
power?
of weird how I don't see that
'Cause it's
as
not-
Alice is on screen.
That's so funny. Yeah. I'd even, you know what's funny? Like, I probably would say that in a world where, if we're picking who's prettier, I would probably give it to Alice because of the
Yeah,
bubbly.
Alice is pretty.
But
very
I would
pretty.
say hot goes to Rosalie. Like hot factor, pretty factor. I would say hot goes to Rosalie. Rosalie is like, you could see her being a model and like kicking ass and
Can I
Sure.
make an argument for Rosalie? I'd like to sit in the chair. I need,
Uh,
I need the people
wow.
to see.
Wow.
I need them to see
All I gotta
the
say.
feeling in my eyes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, my seat's warm, Jay. I just want you to know.
Hello, everyone. This is the only time you're going to see me in front of it. I'm not really wearing clothes.
He's not wearing clothes.
I'm not wearing clothes.
Ladies
These
and
are all
gentlemen.
CGI'd in. So Rosalie, I like her because in all those scenes, when Bella was, pregnant with the hybrid baby, and Jacob was around her and he was around, Rosalie was just there the entire time, like just like a mama bear, like a hawk.
She was about that action.
Yeah.
Every single time.
Like a hawk.
Like a mama bear, like a hawk.
Yeah.
She knows how to fight. She talks that talk. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? She was there. Like, the actress did a great job, too. She was sitting there like, yo, what are you doing here, dog? And I'm like, hey, yo. I'm like, hey. Hey, I like that. But like, hey, relax. Just a little bit. Come down. Just a little bit. Don't. But like a little bit. I see why Emmett like
10 years.
10
years.
I see it. I understand. So I like that kind of personality trait. I was like, Rosalie, she's about that action. The entire Cullen family honestly is about that action. I mean, they literally are just kind of like, oh, yo, real shit? Real talk? All right, we're about to pull up right now. Like, there's no questions. No one really... They're literally like, oh, this is happening? All right, we're there.
Yeah.
But Rosalie's especially about that action. So she kind of talks the talk like that. Looks like she's very protective and vigilant of those things. And also I think it's because of her backstory. The whole, like, she got taken advantage of. Stuff like that. So she's, like, just more diligent on those things. Alice is, I think, a bit more, like, passive. She's a bit more like, because she has precognition, she doesn't actively need to be proactive. It's just kind of given to her. Sure. Which I'm not saying is a bad thing. It's just like she's a lot more at peace and whatever because she just gets to see stuff for free. Right. Which is not, again, I like Alice. She's great.
I think you brought up a good point. She doesn't have to be super active. She just kind of does things. Either does things in the background or like she kind of just subtly like, oh, here's where I need to be, and then we'll do this thing. What did you say earlier? You said something about you just like that she's like there in the action and she's like, I don't like this, or I'm gonna protect the people I care about. That's great. Alice is MVP for like pretty much every decision the Cullens make.
Oh yeah,
like they're like. She's gonna be basically, if Carlisle is not around, like Ashley's gonna be like the one, like, you do this, you do that, you do that. She's gonna be the one doing correspondence with all the other clans. She's like, ever since since the beginning, Alice has been like Bella's best friend. She has been like, she's also Edward's best friend. Like, between Edward and his siblings.
I mean, honestly, who does she not get along with?
She gets along with everybody.
Yeah.
She gets along with everybody. But like, she's like also like closest to Edward. So like she what am I trying to say? Like, basically his right-hand man, where everything that like Edward tries to do, like Alice is there to do it like with the gentle hand, you know?
Yeah.
So I feel like wherever Edward doesn't, what do you call it? I feel like because he's so oblivious to like a lot of the things that Bella's talking, like, I think he'll be impulsive a lot of the times because he's just a vampire. He's a dude who's oblivious to like a lot of the things that happens with Bella. Alice is there to like have like the feminine perspective, to also be like, hey, can you be like a little bit more human about it? Can you do this? Can you do that?
Yeah, I feel like, I mean, she's not on screen as much because if we had to go like hierarchy, Alice's character is just more in the story. But Rosalie, when she's on screen for certain things, like, remember when they're getting Bella ready for the wedding and other stuff, like Rosalie and Alice are attending to her.
Yeah.
And it's like they both have the same kind of reactions. They both comment and say certain things when the mom shows up and is like, oh, we should do this or whatever. And then Alice and them were like, I think Rosalie specifically was like, nah, we need to change your hair back. She's like, we don't like, nah,
yeah,
we need to change it back.
Holding it down.
Yeah, it's
She's
like,
real.
And I guess that's where the dynamic is. Alice is more gentle because she gets to see certain things, she's like, I should approach it more diplomatically, or like a gentle hand.
Yeah.
And Rosalie's like,
no,
this is,
stop.
I'm going to go to this. And also Alice, I guess for that, it depends on what you like. And I'm not saying I don't dislike either, but it's like Alice, like you said, is going to be the one in charge doing correspondence because she has that ability to connect with people and see things. While Rosalie is more of a keeping to herself kind of person.
Right.
So it depends on what you like. It reminds me of the Demon Slayer, Azui's wives.
Yeah.
How like out of the 3 personalities, like which wife would
yeah,
you like? These 2 remind me a bit of like the wives in that, like the I don't remember their names. I'm sorry, internet.
Yeah.
The one with the orangish yellow hair. That was the one that
she's like the fiery
she's like
one.
Rosalie.
Yeah, the fiery one.
And then Alice is a bit more like
the purple
outfit.
Yeah, she's more.
Yeah, so I'm just like, there's no crying whiny one.
no,
there's no crying
whiny.
I guess when you've had 100 years to like work on your stuff, and then you maybe do it a little bit less. But yeah, I guess that's my only thing. I wanted to bring that up for Rosalie's personality. I was just like,
that's fair.
That's
great.
I see that.
Rosalie is like,
and they're both really pretty.
Yeah,
they're both pretty.
Very,
so
very,
I'm just kind of like, it's
pretty. Rosalie's definitely a new favorite. I kind of just didn't pay attention to her like the first time I watched all of these movies, but rewatching, I'm like, Rosalie's a new favorite. I was like, I'm glad that she's like speaking up, talking her mind. Like, I don't like this. Why are we doing this? This is dumb. I love that.
First walkthrough, I was like I don't know.
Yeah, she's so
pissy.
contrarian, right?
Yeah, and then like watching it back, I just can't help but agree with her.
Yeah, she had good reasoning.
She's like the only one who's taking this as seriously as it should be taken. Not to say that she's right per se.
Sure.
She's not wrong.
You're right, exactly.
Yeah, she's like, because Bella really is recklessly unlike all the others. She's like, well, just make me a vampire. I want to be a vampire. Yeah. And Edward's like, well, I mean, I can't really tell you no, but I don't want to tell you yes. Like, there's a lot of these things. And then Rosalie is just getting pissed because Edward's being nice, and she's like, I'm not going to say anything because this is Edward's human thing. But she's getting pissed because, again, she's like, I didn't have a choice. I either had die in a horrible situation or get revenge and live on in a not exactly living the same way. And she's like, I didn't really have a real choice.
Yeah.
So she's like, and then you are willingly like wanting to give it up. Like, you don't fully understand. You're just throwing yourself into it. She's like, I just have such a problem.
Yeah.
With it. And I'm like, I respect that.
I liked her character a lot more. She was like, you think I hate you? No, I'm jealous of you. I wish I had your life. You get a choice.
Even enjoy being a vampire?
I think
she just kind of takes it.
I don't really see any of them not enjoying it. They don't
enjoy being a vampire, but they're
they do enjoy it. Also, it's weird.
Yeah.
You see them like they have fun, they smile, they enjoy each other's company, they do things. It's just one of those you hear them say it sucks more than you see it actually sucking. And that's why it's so hard to understand.
As is,
it's so hard to understand because I guess it literally is one of those you probably could only understand if you were an actual vampire, and unless you guys are holding out on me, I don't think any of us are. So
the Volturi won't let me.
They don't let you tell me. Darn it, Mark does shine a bit when he's on the sun. You gotta work on the makeup. What are you doing? But yeah, that's it. I just wanted to give Rosalie a piece because I enjoy the fire.
Alice MVP. Everything they do is through. Go ahead.
Sorry.
Alice would have seen that coming. I didn't. So that's why.
Yeah, but you know what? Rosalie would have let it be a surprise. So.
No,
Alice knew it had to happen that way.
It's so hard too, though, because they both are like. Prime. They also seem great as in relationships. I guess again, like 100 years in a relationship and working on yourself.
Yo, that's kind of cool.
Like,
I would hope they're working on themselves.
Yeah, and like all of them, none of the other vampires have like
exes.
No, not exes, but like they don't have any like red flags really.
The Cullens.
Yeah, none of the Cullens have like an inherent.
No.
Oh, that seems bad.
No,
so, like,
no.
That's probably why they're all in the same house.
Like they all are very.
Reasonable,
mature people.
Yeah.
Except Edward.
Yeah, I mean,
at times.
And is Edward the youngest?
I think so.
His Jasper was during the Confederacy, which is before.
Oh yeah, because isn't he 1911? Didn't Edward get changed 1911? Something
like that.
The early 1900s.
Yeah. And I mean, maybe.
Even the whole
like when I remember the
I would take you out on a date courted thing. It doesn't make sense for his time.
Yeah, antebellum. Yeah, it was a little dated to me, but like it's close enough, so I can't be like it didn't.
So then that kind of makes sense. Then I would have loved to know Alice's backstory.
Younger, though, because in her thing, like
Yeah, she was like 20s, 30s.
Yeah,
that's what it looked like.
I guess Edward was also in the movie theater. They both got turned around the same time, I guess. But maybe like Rosalie and Emmett got together, so she was able to mature in a relationship. I don't know, but she was pretty put together.
True.
Yeah. I just Rosalie's got a good cause. Yeah, I don't know. Rosalie's got a good cause. She's got a really good heart. She does know how to have fun. Like, she plays baseball with the family. She takes the baby in immediately. Right. Super supportive.
She's definitely like godmother.
Yeah, and
Alice got turned in 1920.
1920. The 20s. She flapper looking.
Yeah, and then 100% willing to like.
He got turned in 1918.
Even I'm gonna be honest.
1918.
Yeah, 1918. Yeah, like. Willing to like go with the group if the group knows what's right.
1935.
So.
Yeah, it makes sense that Emmett's younger, because
I guess he kind of looks that like aesthetic
later in the century.
Kind of his clothing, you could kind of
his vibe as well.
Yeah.
But also like in terms of like how I don't know. I guess inferred that from Edward's comments about the relationship. Like, they got together. It seems like almost like they were second before like Alice and Jasper got together.
Yeah. So let me look at Rosalie.
Yeah. We could go to the next slide too.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah. No, you're good. So, pretty much all that's left to say is
Alice is the best.
Alice might be the best, but all in all,
S tier. We named it
Rosalie,
after Alice because Alice is the greatest character. MVP.
Rosalie can get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's gotten it for 10 years, but she can still get it. She's still got that fire. She's still a great person.
Yeah.
And I don't know. That's a weird one. She's the most beautiful vampire.
It's weird to have that as a gift.
It's not psychic. Like, I know a lot of them aren't psychic.
I swore like the term like gift and talent. That's how it's delineated.
Jesus Christ! Carlisle was turned in 1663.
I had a feeling he was like older than Arrow, or as old.
Dang.
Because I think Arrow's from the 1500s or 1600s.
So dude, it's not fair. You're comparing a 40-year-old man with like a 340-year-old man.
Wait, so Arrow in the 1500s, 1600s?
Huh?
Wait, so what? Carlisle's only
400-year-old, Jay.
So what?
Arrow. 400.
So when did Arrow? You're saying Carlisle is older?
Oh, 63. Yeah. Never mind.
You think Carlisle is older than Arrow? Did they drop when Arrow was?
No, I just by like Arrow's outfit looks like 1700s, 1600s. So I could see Arrow being a little younger.
Oh.
Or a little older.
No, he got turned in 1280 BC.
Okay, so I was close.
Yeah,
but
super close.
Arrow is insane.
Yeah.
I guess that would make sense why he's got so much seniority.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, yeah, if Carlisle was older than Arrow by 100 years, I'd be like,
why is he on top?
Yeah. I would not let that.
I don't
happen.
see Carlisle really
getting power, but I would at least like assure my family is safe.
Edward is the second oldest or the third oldest.
Interesting.
Esme got turned after him.
Well,
I guess maybe she was older when she got turned, but she got turned 3 years later than him.
Oh.
Esme?
Edward.
Yeah.
Esme. Yeah.
His mom got turned after him?
Yes, but she could have been older.
Yeah, or like
because they were
biologically older.
They were,
Yeah, with Carlisle.
They were alive during each other's time. So.
Yeah,
okay.
Rosalie can get it.
I gotcha.
Alice can get it too. All right, Mark. I should have put that in there. Just like, okay, Alice can get it too. Yeah. This was a fun one.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. This did not feel like homework at all.
No, it was really
I had a fun time.
I want to do more movie
revisiting
nights at Jay's house, actually.
Yeah.
We might stream or film our reactions.
I think people will love that.
Probably really enjoy our reactions.
Oh,
yeah.
I don't want to brag, but we're fucking hilarious.
We're funny.
We're funny. Also, you won't even hear the movie we talk so much, but like we remembered every name of every character up to here. So.
Yeah.
I think we did a pretty good job of paying
pretty
attention. Yeah, when the ADHD hit. Wow. Any final thoughts, Mark? Rosalie can hit it. I know, but
Nope. Alice MVP. MVP Alice.
MVP Alice.
If on the baseball.
Twilight game concept coming soon. Twilight TV show.
Oh,
yeah, Twilight fanfic getting corrected soon,
right.
or Twilight corrections.
We're gonna do
coming
it
soon. Yeah. Thanks for watching. If you guys made it this far,
we appreciate
here's
you.
a high five for you right in the face. Also, imagine right when that snap happens, that's exactly what you do on the subscribe button, the like button, and the bell. Stay in touch with us. We'll be posting all over the place. You know where to look. We're in the bio, and we'll see you on the next one.
Later.
Guys, have a good one.
Bye.